Oh God. Oh God. I can't believe this is happening. Okay, just give me a minute. Just let me get the butterflies out of my system. Hi everyone. Hi Junie. Hi Daisy. Hi Vendover. Hi everybody who's lurking and watching. Yeah, it's been a while. It's only been what 3 months since I last streamed. I'm well overdue for another one. So yeah, before we get into the meat and potatoes of things, I just want to say, yeah, thanks so much for putting up with me over the last 3 months. Whether I've been looking in your streams, you guys are here. I want to thank everybody right off the bat. So for those of you who've kind of been living under a rock or not knowing where I've been the last 3 months, I went to work. Yeah, so I started full-time working. The work's good. I'm working, doing an alumni volunteer position at my old high school, so I get to meet a couple old teachers, old friends that I haven't met in about 5 years. Working with after school kids is kind of fun. I'm actually working with middle schoolers, so I'm teaching middle schoolers how to 3D print. So that's basically what I've been doing for the last 3 or something months. But other than that, it's been pretty steady. I've been out on my own again. Living in a house with another alumni volunteer. Just trying to keep myself afloat until I figure out what else I want to do with my life. So I honestly didn't think I would come back to streaming before the end of the year. So like what happened was I thought that I just wouldn't have enough time for streaming, and that's also kind of what's been going on. Is I've been so busy almost every day of the week that I just haven't had time to stream. So the fact that I have this weekend off, house sitting for my mom while she's away, just gives me this open opportunity to do this. So I honestly couldn't have picked a worse time to do this, because I know that this is the month where so many new games are releasing and so much stuff is happening. Like this week, Splatoon Splatfest is happening between the Pokemon stuff. Sonic Frontiers just got released. There's a new Pokemon game coming out next week. God, what the hell else? There's just so much that happens in between November. Plus, within the next 2 weeks, it's gonna be Thanksgiving again. So yeah, I couldn't have picked a worse time to come back, but you know what? That's just how my schedule rolls. So, yeah, I'm honestly still a little nervous. So I have no idea how this is gonna go down, considering, well, this is the second time that I'm gonna do this. I wanted to do the stream literally like 6 months ago. I had the videos saved on my hard drive for over 6 months now, and they've just been sitting here, and I've just been sitting there collecting dust. So I'm more than ready to crack this open. But I know I didn't want to do this alone, so I'm gonna bring in my friend JUNII. If you're there, I'm gonna call you in a couple of seconds. For those who don't know, last year I streamed just before I did my GameCube mod. I did a little stream where I looked at some GameCube and Game Boy Advance pre-release stuff from E3 2001, and that was honestly one of my favorite streams that I ever did. And I thought it was so fun that I figured I could probably do this as like an annual thing. So when I wanted to do the stream back in May, it was like the 20th anniversary of E3 2002. I don't know why I'm doing anniversaries for old E3s, but you know, still in me. So it's November now, and I guess the benefit is over those last 6 months, I've actually collected even more footage to archive and sift through. So I've compiled just about almost 8 hours worth of footage to look through this through this entire weekend. So we're gonna break this up into a couple days over the weekend, and we'll just see how this goes. But without further ado, let me introduce you to one of the guys that I've been hanging out with a little while. Yo.
Hello there.
You ready for this?
Me? I am hooked. I finished eating some food, you know.
What'd you have for dinner? Oh, by the way, for those lurking, this is JuniiHejjiko. If you know my friend
Hello.
Bone Miser, this is one of his friends. If you want to do a little bit of an intro for yourself.
Oh, hi, my name is JUNII. I'm a hedgehog VTuber. Normally, I'm not a Sonic OC, but I've been in the crazy hype lately.
I wonder why.
It's a great game. So I've been having a lot of fun and all that stuff. So, but hey, we had this plan for a while, talking about E3. I love E3. I've watched like a lot of them even in my time before I was like a kid. I don't remember much of them. I remember the Halo 2 time. And I think I haven't missed an E3 since like 2014.
They've been missing us.
But they've been missing us. Yeah.
Yeah, so this is the golden age of E3. So you're getting into the good meat and potatoes of stuff. So yeah, without further ado, let's get this show on the road.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I forgot. I watched together. I forgot. Let me send you a little. Yeah. Let me,
I can't see anything.
Okay. Yeah, just let me. Okay. I'm down. 18 fucking months since I've done this.
18 months?
That's wild. Yeah, the last time I did this stream was in May, just before my GameCube stuff.
Gotcha.
All right, so this is the first chunk of videos that I have for today.
Look at that, it's Shadow. You did this for me.
Yep. Without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to E3 2001.
I think this is for Sonic Adventure 2. Yeah, 2001.
Yeah, so
Adventure 2.
So picking up from last time where we left off, last time we just looked at a bunch of GameCube and Game Boy Advance stuff, and I found more footage for Xbox. So Xbox is new at this time. PlayStation 2 is just in its second year on the market, and the Dreamcast was just about to wrap up shop.
Yeah. Poor Dreamcast, man.
Also, for those who want to play along at home, here's a little guide that I found, courtesy of Giant Bomb, that lists a couple of the games. And just scroll down and look at how many games and like people are at this show.
How many people are in here?
I mean, for what it's worth, the quality to quantity, like the quantity to quality ratio for how many people are showing off these games is like almost 1-to-1. Like you'll see a lot of quality games that like hold their age at this point. So this guy, and this guy that I found this channel, or this video on this channel, he has like a whole playlist of stuff, especially for 2002. So the first chunk of this, this retrospective will be 2001 stuff. And like once we get into that, we'll get into 2002 later. So this is the entrance.
That's pretty cool, man. I always wanted to go to E3 back in the day.
Same.
Whoa, look at that. E3 footage for like 2001. They're showing E3 footage for Smash Brothers. I remember the time when Smash Brothers was like super hype. God dang.
Okay, let's see if this works.
There you go. That seems smoother so
All right,
far.
crossing fingers. Working now? We good? Oh, yeah, if it's
there
good.
We go.
Okay, let's go.
There you go.
First of all, Boof Babes listening to Barbie Girl. That's the most 2001 thing I've seen so far.
Hell yeah. That was Barbie Girl? I didn't realize.
Yeah, that was.
You can skip it forward.
Alright, so water fountain. Might have to do a little bit of pure editing after this. So, yeah, from what I remember from last year, it's a lot of early GameCube and Game Boy Advance stuff. So you'll see stuff like Luigi's Mansion, Pikmin, Melee on the GameCube. Yeah, I remember that rotating G. For Game Boy Advance stuff, it's like Mario Advance, F-Zero, Super Mario Kart. So this Wario around this table here, I mentioned this last time. That Wario, I believe, was actually voiced by Charles Martinet, like live. It was like live action. It was like synced up to like this animatronic going on, and you were playing roulette around this table, and like if it landed on your spot or whatever, you had the chance to win like a Game Boy Advance. And while this Wario, like some days it was Wario, some days it was Mario, and like Charles Martinet was behind the green screen or whatever talking to you. They did this for a lot of E3s at this time.
They actually did that with a lot of games. They also did it like around Mario 64 as well.
Melee boys.
They did something similar. Like technically, Mario was the first VTuber. Because they used something that they used like some I don't know, face tracking technology at the time that was really advanced.
Yeah, for the 90s to early 2000s. You gotta give them credit. Yeah, you ever seen like the creepypasta video where it's like, you want fun? Wario show you fun. Yeah, that's from E3 96, I think.
It looks good. The footage looks good right now. Everything is smooth.
Okay.
Yeah.
So there's the e-reader for the Game Boy Advance.
They didn't use that much.
They didn't. I think they mostly used it for Pokemon. There's the link cable. I think that's an early version of the link cable. That's definitely an early version of the link cable for the GameCube. Star Fox Adventures, ew. Yeah, Star Fox Adventures was in development for a while. Cameo Elements of Power didn't get released until 2005 on the Xbox 360.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That was supposed to be a GameCube game.
Yeah, I think that was supposed to be N64 too. There's the Panasonic Q. That's the GameCube DVD player.
I remember seeing one live in person.
Yeah, I've seen them before. They had a Game Boy player specially made for that one too. Good old GameCube. What was your childhood console? Did you have GameCube or PS2?
I had the GameCube.
Okay.
GameCube was my favorite console. I actually wasn't that fond of the PS2 at the time. Well, I was still like a big fan of Metal Gear Solid 3, Silent Hill. I found myself playing a bunch of GameCube game and Xbox the most. I also play a bunch of Xbox because I jailbreak it.
Oh, you soft modded yours?
Yeah, I soft modded mine and I had like a bunch of games.
Wait, do you have an OG Xbox?
Yeah, it's in Florida right now, but I do.
Okay.
I do have the Wii. I don't have my old GameCube anymore, and I have my PS2. I wonder if they're in good condition. I haven't seen them for like 9 years, and I'm afraid the battery is corroded. You know what I'm saying?
Sick Metal Gear Solid shirt on. You got to realize that everybody in this video is 20 years older now, so this guy's got to be in his 40s.
Oh my god.
I can't say I remember the first time I played Melee, but Melee was one of the early GameCube games that we had in our childhood collection.
My brother was hyped off for Smash Bros at the time.
Yeah, we got our GameCube Christmas 2001, and the two games I remember we got with it was Melee and NHL Hits 2002.
Game I played the most was actually both Luigi's Mansion and Wind Waker. Wind Waker being my first Zelda game.
I never got around to Wind Waker, or mainly any of the Zelda games.
I hate it. I don't like Zelda as much as everybody do. But Wind Waker was always like, I just love Wind Waker so much. Like the idea, like just going through the boat and just sailing around and the music going.
It took a while. It took a while for people to catch on to Wind Waker, because when the GameCube was first shown off in Space World 2000, it was like a completely different tech demo that resembled something more like Twilight Princess, and then Wind Waker came out 2002-03, and everyone was like, what the hell is this?
Everybody was so mad, but I never saw that. I never saw that Space World video, right? So I didn't have any expectation. So when I got my hands into Wind Waker, I thought this was like, this is the best game ever. There's no game that ever gonna get better than this. And at the time, even when I played Twilight Princess, I still thought of that. I didn't like Twilight Princess, and I still don't that much.
Really?
You know? Yeah, I still don't like it that much.
I mean, the fact that Twilight Princess came out so late, it ended up being a Wii launch title.
I played the Wii version. I never played the GameCube version.
I'd probably play a game. This must be an early version of Melee or like a beta, because the roster of it seems like it's limited.
Is it? Well, it's obviously gonna be a beta.
Oh yeah. But like,
Obviously,
I'm
they're not
wondering
gonna show every character that they're gonna like.
yeah, but I'm
show
wondering
at
like
the
where
end of
the
game.
I'm wondering like where the prototype ISO of this is, so I can play it. 'Cause I'd love to explore this stuff.
I
We're
think
still
even when you play the full release, you still don't see how many characters are in it. It takes a
no.
while to unlock all of them.
I actually have the demo discs on my modded GameCube, like the kiosk demo discs, when you played it at like Walmart or GameStop or whatever.
Oh, you got
And
one?
it has, yeah, and it has the kiosk demo of Melee.
Oh, that's so cool.
I love how it also like keeps track of your records of like how long you've been playing Melee, and I have like a collective like 3,000 something hours over 20 years. I still have my original save file for Melee from Christmas 2001.
Dude, I did all the challenges. I played the single player so many times. I recreated fights,
Ooh.
and then Bro, and
Never
after
Life
that,
3.
Bro was my favorite game. I love Bro so fucking much.
So, Dead or Alive
4,
3.
dude, this game looks so. No, this is DOA 3.
This is 3.
Dude, this game looks so fucking good at a time.
For an Xbox launch title, this is amazing looking.
Yeah.
Hey,
Hey,
Adam.
Lucario.
That's my friend Adam. I usually do co-op streams with Adam.
Hey, Adam.
We went out to dinner tonight. I took him to Cane's. You know, he's never been to
This game
5.
still look. This game still look early at Xbox 360, dog. It looks so good.
Yeah, Dead or Alive 4, I think, was an early 360 launch title, and that still compares to what Dead or Alive 3 looks like.
Yeah.
I don't know what kind of graphics they put into the Xbox for this to look this good. Not to mention that I also bought this twice.
Team Ninja is just so good at modeling, and without having that many polygons. Japanese developers were so good at that at the time. You know? E3's not.
Hello, Sentai.
Hey, Sentai. Yeah, I say, put like, I'm here on my Discord.
Oh, you linked me in your Discord. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, for anybody coming over from JUNII's Discord. Hi, I'm Riley. I'm the guy that terrorizes JUNII on Mondays and Thursdays.
He does! Such a piece of shit.
Well, if only I can drag Bone Miser out of bed. He's probably busy playing Splatoon. I linked him this tonight.
If he's using Big Man, he won the midterms, and now he's suffering. Dude, how the fuck they keep making these games look so good? Look at this shit.
I still need to get
This shit looks next gen at the time.
Yeah,
Dead or Alive was like one of the games like, yeah, this is next gen. Like, look at this shit.
I never even heard of this game as a kid. I mean, when I was 4 or 5 years old, my face was glued into GameCube, so I didn't really care what was going on PS2 or Xbox.
Well, I had the Xbox, I had the GameCube, so Dead or Alive 3 was one of the games that I played so much at the time. So I was never a Tekken player. I was actually more of a Dead or Alive player.
I'm glad that this game is still dirt cheap enough. Like, I imported the Japanese version of this for literally like 300 yen. That's like $2. So
like, one thing I wish, you know how Dead or Alive 5 will,
this is a
6
$5
will be
game.
revived? If they add robot netcode. If they do that, I'll play it again. Because Dead or Alive 6 was so fun.
You think we'll ever get another Virtua Fighter?
Probably, yeah.
I mean, the
Actually, yeah.
The last one was like 5.
The
That was on
last one got
360.
re-released on PlayStation 4 to PS Plus, and it actually did really fucking good.
We're just about to get Tekken 8 soon too.
Yeah, we're gonna get Tekken 8, and they're working on. They're actually working on Virtua Fighter 6.
Okay.
It's not released, but we know they're working on it, and they're using the Yakuza engine for it. Because they re-released 5 with the Yakuza engine. They remastered the whole game, and it looks so fucking good. My only problem with Virtua Fighter 5 is that it's using delay-based netcode, but it's not. It's they're using a server, so people call it like I forgot what they call it, but it's not like P2P.
Netcode, rollback netcode.
It's not rollback. It's still delay-based netcode, but it's like through Google servers.
Oh,
So two people connect to each other through that server, and then they play. So that way, they're managed to keep the input really low, and it works. Some matches actually feel really fucking smooth. But you know, the problem is
Let
that
me
some
check some.
people don't have servers closed. So one player is gonna have almost no input lag, while others are gonna have it. So it becomes really imbalanced.
You know what that reminds me? The Insignia project for the Xbox. I don't know if you know about this project. Yeah, pretty good. I guess we're in Xbox territory. But the Insignia project for Xbox Live is actually going to go live in like 3 days on the 15th. And one of the games that they're reviving is the Street Fighter Anniversary Collection. And I think the Street Fighter 3, like the version of Street Fighter 3 on that collection was Xbox Live compatible. It uses that old netcode, whatever, from 2000. Oh god, no, we're in PS2 territory. This is on you. But it uses like that old stuff from 2004 or whatever.
Wait, you talking about Third Strike?
Yeah, Third Strike, like the OG Xbox port of Third Strike on the Street Fighter Anniversary Collection.
Okay.
Whenever you get your hands back on your Xbox, see if you can get it hooked up for Insignia. It's soft modded. You can just add the couple of stuff that you need to get it. I have my Xbox ready. So I mean, I've been looking for people to do Xbox stuff with.
Whoa,
Ace Combat 4.
Dude. Yo, let's go. This game is so good.
I heard Ace Combat 3 on PS1 was really good too. Monsters Inc. There's Sega stuff. I'll leave the PS2 stuff to you because I know jack fucking shit about PS2.
Alright, so this at the time they're showing Jack and Daxter, which is like
Yeah, there it is.
The Naughty Dog people who kind of stopped making Crash Bandicoot and move on to another property. They sold Crash Bandicoot to Activision and
Harry Potter. The Spyro guys, Insomniac went on to do Ratchet and Clank, I think.
Wait, was that Splinter Cell on that top corner? I think that was Splinter Cell.
Is this... Wait. What is this?
Is this
Twisted Metal? Twisted Metal Black?
It could be. Devil May Cry.
Oh yeah, Devil May Cry.
I recognize that logo anywhere, bro.
Oh man, I would love
bro,
this.
Bro, this game is fucking banger, bro. Many people don't even realize that this was just a beta of Resident Evil 4.
Yeah, I know.
Do you know when you play Resident Evil 4 and then you finish the castle area and then you go back to Devil May Cry, you're like, oh.
I mean, you would know this better
These
than I do.
are all the same assets. You find not the same assets, but you find like that a lot of the Spanish inspired castle stuff is all in here as well in this game.
I can't believe we didn't get RE4 until 2005. It took that long.
Forgot that was the case. Yeah, dude. Like they were making Resident Evil 4 like an action game, and then they say, "What? Wait a second, this is not Resident Evil." Man, imagine
Resident Evil 4 doesn't even feel like Resident Evil anymore. Oh, Resident Evil 8 really doesn't feel like Resident Evil to me. And that's speaking because I played through Dino Crisis and I played through Resident Evil 3. Those two feel like Resident Evil to me. I still gotta play through Dino Crisis 2 at some point.
I love Village though. I've been playing the third person mode and it's fucking awesome.
Luigi's Mansion.
Yeah! Dude, somebody's recreating this version.
Yeah, shout out to Portable Productions for the beta recreation. We love you for that.
Yeah, they're recreating this version.
I would love to play the beta of this. I tried getting this working on my GameCube, but it just doesn't.
Look at the hand!
The Game Boy horror.
There's no hand animation in the full release.
Yeah, the HUD on the bottom is different, like that clock in the bottom right's different.
Yeah. I wonder if it's using your time or his time.
Um,
I think it's the game time itself.
Yeah.
I wonder why would they use a time for though.
I did take a look at this last time I did E3 stuff. Like I looked at this, Rogue Squadron, Melee, all the GameCube
I wonder,
stuff.
is the idea the time so that way if you go past 5 a.m. you go back, you gotta wait till night again?
I think
Was
so.
the original plan?
I don't know the scope of it. I'm sure there's some like plan for this. You know what else? Speaking of, when I was digging around the archive stuff, I found like an archive full of press releases for E3 2002. Let me see if I can still find that. It was on a DVD. It's on the archive. It's on archive.org somewhere.
Look at that laser work, it's so cool.
Yeah, this entire show is a spectacle. Why don't we have shows that look like this anymore?
It's all online.
No, it's not fun.
It's all online and cheaper to do.
Where did I find that? Because
Man, E3 really did feel like a celebration for gaming.
yeah,
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering. I think the clock, or like the original intention of the game, is that if you get past 5 a.m., the sun is gonna come out, so ghosts are not gonna be hunting the mission anymore, and you're not gonna be able to move forward. So you gotta go back and then wait till nighttime to hunt ghosts again.
yeah, it's a different scope from what I've
Yeah,
seen.
that's what I'm thinking. That's gonna be the original plan, but I have no sources for that. I just made it the fuck up.
What was that media? If I can find it, because I pulled off. There's Sega stuff.
Sega. They're in the Sega section.
The last of the Sega era before they kind of just shit the bed the last time. Fuck you!
Oh, they're not-
Fuck you!
Oh, they're not letting them record anything, I think.
Let's all mock Sega together. Fucking assholes.
Even back in the day, people still making fun of Sega. Pain.
Well, I mean, what else was there left to
Yeah.
come out in 2001? Well, Sonic Adventure 2 was still coming out on the Dreamcast. Phantasy Star Online. I think the
Games.
first version just came out, so version 2 is going to come out. Confidential Mission. Eh. Like Gunrail Shooter.
Ooh, this is Time Crisis or something.
Yeah, this is the Dreamcast version of Time Crisis. Like Gunrail Shooter.
I love rail shooters, dude. I miss them. Look at this. Get the fuck out of the way, bro. I miss rail shooters. We need more rail shooters in our life. Dude, what the fuck is
Yeah.
Look at the Japanese. Bro, one of the developers are hiding everything, bro.
Whoever the cameraman. Honestly, oh, Toe Jam and Earl 3? The Dreamcast version of Toe Jam and Earl 3?
I don't think this ever got released.
No, it got released on Xbox, but actually the Dreamcast version of this, the beta of it did get dumped. I think I have it on my Dreamcast, but yeah, originally this was on Dreamcast. I think they were actually talking about putting this on N64 too.
I honestly never was a fan of these games. I never got the appeal. I never got the appeal of these games. Sega's Sports section. Here we go. They're gonna show NFL. Ah,
Ultimate Ride. Oh god, I forgot that movie was in theaters at this time. I think that game's on PS1.
dude. The Atlantis chick was the first time I had like a crush with an animated girl. I don't think it's the first time, but it was no, it was one of the times where I'm like, I don't think I should be feeling this, but I'm feeling it, bro. She was so hot, bro. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't find that media DVD. I'll look for it later. But the one thing that I ripped out of it was a press release for Blinks the Time
Look at that
Sweeper.
EverQuest. I think that's the expansion pack for it at the time. EverQuest
Test
was
drive.
like one of the first MMOs.
Yeah, I mean, this is when I was playing PSO.
Test Drive. I think I heard of this game.
That's an old racer series. There's a couple on PS1. I think it goes back to like DOS.
Dude, I miss this. I just miss this so much.
Aren't you glad I
Whole thing
pulled you
being
into
like
this?
that, presentation big like that. Everything was so big in some way.
I mean, props to this guy for actually recording this or knowing to record this for later.
Yeah.
The future generations such as this gonna look at this. Oh, let's see, Freddy Fish. What Freddy Fish game was coming out in 2001?
What the fuck? Is that Halo? No, that's
No,
not Halo.
that's-
I think that's Turok.
I think it's Wolfenstein. Might be Return to Castle.
Wolfenstein.
Yeah,
It could
Return to
be.
Castle Wolfenstein.
That almost looked like a Halo shotgun from this far.
Hey,
Like, what
Halo
the
is
fuck?
somewhere at this show. Like, we'll definitely have to see Halo at some point.
Oh, they're alive.
Yep.
Yeah, no, that's not Dead or Alive.
That's Bloody Roar 3.
Yeah.
I played the Bloody Roar game that was on GameCube. Honestly, before last year, I have never even heard of this series, so I legit
I
thought
think
that was
Bloody Roar 3 is actually better on the GameCube because it has like an animated opening compared to like the 3D version.
super
The GameCube version was actually the better version because of it.
Sean Palmer's pro snowboarding. Oh, if we see the Activision booth, it's either this one or next year. I think it's Konami's booth in the background. Activision legit had like a skate park set up at this place, preparing for Matt Hoffman, BMX, and Tony Hawk Pro Skater.
What the fuck? Okay, that's cool as shit.
ESPN the game. Okay.
Hey.
EA Sports. It's oh Silent Hill 2, bud. Oh, please.
Silent Hill 2?
Please, my territory. Oddworld. Halo. I can't believe this is at a time where nobody had ever imagined what the Xbox would be like. Like, I legit want to feel like that there were people who thought that this console was destined to fail. For 24 million units that it sold, I think it did way well enough than it should have. It's like, when's the last time that we saw a newcomer, PlayStation of course, but like, when's the last time that we saw a newcomer into the console race who did this well? Shrek.
Nobody. No one, because Google Stadia fucking died.
Yeah, all these micro and mini consoles that are coming out, they're just flopping on arrival.
I think the only other one could be just Steam.
It's not really much of a console, it's just a way to play
It's
PC
not a
game.
console, but it's like, you know,
Right.
it's his way of getting PC games.
It's almost better than all the Androids. I've seen a lot of these signs, like I've seen these in stores, but like all the retro used game shops have a couple of these. Oh, there's a clock in the bottom. I see these up on eBay from time to time. Oh, Metal Gear Solid 2.
Yeah, that's. Oh my god, what the fuck? What
So
the
emerging.
fuck? Snake dealing with Orga in that way? Oh, dude. Yeah, dude, these fucking footage. You know why? This is all fake footage, by the way.
It's
Well,
all
it's
fake.
not fake, but they did it on purpose so that way they never reveal, like,
Downhill 2.
they don't reveal writing.
Go figure that we're actually just getting another Silent Hill 2, and we're looking at the original here.
God. Yeah, dude, Silent Hill. Seeing Silent Hill in E3 is like crazy, dude.
One of these days I'm gonna play Silent Hill 4 The Room.
I wonder if it's still there. Not you married.
Not your married.
I love that you know this scene by heart.
Yeah. Maria?
excited for the new Silent Hill to come out next year or the year after.
This trailer is so
Silent Hill,
fucking long. It's like 8 minutes. 8-minute trailer. That's like unforgivable these days.
I can watch. Dude, I got 8 hours of footage to go through. 8 minutes is nothing.
Yeah. I'm not saying you not, but I'm saying these days.
Right.
Like trailer that lasts 8 minutes. Either it's an overview or not, you know. Dude, that little CGI that never happens.
Adventure era.
That never happens in game. There's like 2 CG moments in this trailer that never shows up in game, which is one of James carrying Mary or Maria doing a lap dance. 2 of those scenes never happen in game. So Silent Hill fans always try to theorize like it's maybe hitting in the game, and everybody try everything. God, this song is so good. Look at that, Pyramid Head just walking around. I think the beta version of Silent Hill 2 is actually way harder because Pyramid Head appears more often. So I always wonder why have no one made like a version of Silent Hill 2 that Pyramid Head just walks around more often. Make it even harder.
Well, this game got a PC port back in the day, right?
And I think the PC port happened till like 2003 or 2, I think.
Second year in college, right? Oh yeah, Cerulean was just about my age when all this stuff was happening.
Oh, that. Eddie, you can just choose someone because the way they look at you. Well,
Yeah, it was on PC. Wow, wait. Silent Hill 2 came out a month after the Xbox launched. On Xbox. It was out before the Xbox came out, I guess, too. Join the club.
I am 26 years old. They still sound like a child.
Most people who know me before they even hear me think I'm like 35.
Dude, I thought you were like 52. That motherfucker's a fucking baby, bro.
Yeah, I'm like one of the only one of my friends who can actually drive.
Okay, well, I said I'm 26. You think how old Riley is? For anybody who
I'm still on my
doesn't know.
parents' insurance. Sucks to you, bud. My God, you're right. This is a long trailer. Is this all just still the same trailer?
Yeah. Telling you, dude. I watched a bunch of these trailers many times over and over again.
Probably a dumb question, but which game on PS2 from Konami do you think people were way more excited for? This or Metal Gear Solid 2? Probably Metal Gear Solid 2.
Metal Gear Solid 2. Well, this game sold like cakes. This game sold really fucking well. In fact, let me see. MGS2 sells. So it sold 7 million copies. Metal Gear, MGS2, Silent Hill 2, and Silent Hill 2. Silent Hill 2 sold 8.4 million copies worldwide.
Oof. About as many as Halo 2.
Yeah, wait. And hold up, the other one says something about Japan. In Japan sold 798K. So they sold pretty much around the same. And they were doing sick, dude.
I'm here for you, James. See? Unreal.
Silent Hill 2 was badass too. Yeah. No, everybody was. Silent Hill 2 had a lot of hype.
Like this
Sato!
video is catering to
There
you.
it is, Sato, Agiru Imanura, Masahiro Ito, Silent Hills, Team Silent. Sato made the CGI for Silent Hill 1 and Silent Hill 2.
What you trying to say? So much going on, I can never hear what people are saying. Except for that one asshole who dissed Sega. Fuck that guy.
Yo, look at that! Look who's here, Brad Pitt.
I think
from the movies Fight Club.
You know what else? If you again, here's the guide for E301 for everyone who wants to look at this. In one of the pictures, I think Sinbad was here. It's either this or O2.
What is going on here with this guy?
Yeah, no, it was O2.
Guys.
Here we go. Our journey has come to an end. The end of the journey. The end of
Oh, our journey is just what? Our journey has just begun, you and mine.
Here's a woman handing out magazines. Oh,
We've got a lot of ground to cover. Mostly been watching a lot of TV spots too. For those later, I've got a couple episodes from Extended Play coming up.
Survivors, dude. Remember that show?
Yeah.
goodbye, John. I miss you.
Yo, this guy looks like Chris Chan with a good ending version.
Look, you could be an
Good
extra.
ending version of Chris Chan.
Yeah, before everything happened to. Oh, Monster Truck. We didn't see any Halo stuff though.
Coming up. There's a talking right there. You had extra vision. You would have seen
Prima.
a Sean baby. Okay, thank you.
Next video.
Alright, so I know I wanted to add this. I talked about this last time, but I knew I wanted to add this just for you, just to get your reaction. So this is one of my favorite moments of E3, period. This is when they were showing off the GameCube in the press conference for the first time. Just listen to people's reactions to this. Don't even talk.
Yeah.
Oh my god. New Smash, baby!
Yeah. Even back in the day, everybody was hyped. Donkey Kong is scary.
Yes.
Actually showing all the original roster from...
This is just the intro cutscene of the game, by the way.
Yeah. Dude, this intro cutscene is legendary.
Oh my god.
Somebody recognize Ness?
Somebody actually recognized the Ice Climber. Just also note, Ocarina of Time was recently new at this time too, and Majora's Mask. Yeah, those guys.
I think they're gonna show the four shadows. Did they show them?
Oh, that's in Smash 64.
Oh, that's in Smash 64. Okay, yeah, the four shadows, which is Luigi and stuff. But they don't show up until you unlock them, and then when you see the intro again, you can see them.
Just, I need a minute. Just timeless, priceless, absolutely priceless. That moment just happened. Like, I know I've said it before last time, but like just the fact that Masahiro Sakurai worked himself nearly to death working on that just for that kind of reaction is the stuff that I live to see. That's the stuff that I just live for.
He's probably so happy.
Oh my god. I know his retirement's got to come up at some point, but thank you, Sakurai, for years. I mean, I've gotten 20 years out of playing Melee, and it still has held its weight the entire time.
I just wonder if it's gonna stop
But like,
Melee.
yeah.
He probably want to do other games now.
But like, just hearing people's first reactions to that absolutely put a smile on. I almost want to cry just listening to that. I wanted to hear that again for the toughest part about that is like I can never listen to it for the first time again.
That was me, but with Chemia 3. I fucking cried when I saw that trailer.
You know, like the question, if you can ever play a game for the first time again, like what would it be? I would have no doubts if Melee was if I ever played Melee again for the first time.
I would say Chimney 1 and 2. And Silent Hill 2. I would love to play those games again.
I can't believe it took Smash Brothers to take Ness out of obscurity. Hell, at the time, we didn't even know who Marth or Roy was, because Fire Emblem was still a new concept at the time. I legit thought Marth was a girl when I first played Melee. I still kind of think Marth was a girl.
I thought it was always a girl? Tails? I thought Tails was always a girl.
Well, Colleen O'Shaughnessy. You know why they're cheering for Samus? Because Metroid Prime was also announced at this time too.
Yeah.
It's been.
Also, they haven't been a game.
Yeah.
They haven't been a Metroid game for like
7 years. Yeah, at least 7 years at this point. By the way, coming up this week, happy 20th anniversary to Metroid Prime. November 18th, 2002.
I'm probably gonna be playing Metroid Dread. Do the Dread mode, which is they hit one hit, you're dead.
Ice Climber represent.
They really dug for that one.
Yeah, they're a big dub for that one.
This is so good. And I love this part here.
Years later, Ice Climber's back.
Nearly all of Nintendo's popular characters have been vividly brought to life on Nintendo GameCube. You've seen Super Smash Brothers here. Tomorrow you can actually play it on the show.
Isn't that great?
Look at that.
Isn't that great? They don't even have to wait like a whole day. It's like, oh, you love this game? Go play it now. Like for most Smash releases or whatever, it would still take a couple weeks before we get the DLC. Here it's like
they actually done that before. They did it with Banjo-Kazooie.
oh my god.
When they announced Banjo-Kazooie and they say you can play it today, and I'm like, what? And then they released it. Everybody was fucked up that day, bro. That shit broke everybody.
Okay. I don't think this was direct E3 footage. I think this was a promo VHS that they sent out to the media. So this is
It's still E3 related.
yeah. So this is when Xbox stuff was new.
God, I love that controller, dude.
The Duke.
I don't fucking care what anybody thinks. I fucking love the Duke controller, dude.
Brain a child with that thing. There's no audio, by the way, or at least not right now.
Mm-hmm.
I've definitely come to appreciate the Xbox over the years. Like the more that I've played it, the more that as a lot of people say, look at it as a spiritual successor to the Dreamcast.
That's what I always said. I always thought that the Xbox was a second Dreamcast.
You'll be able to go into retail
Also-
stores. You'll be able to get a box just like this with Xbox in it. This is going to be a
I need
momentous
to
event.
Can anybody tell me who this
raise the
guy is?
volume.
Yeah, it's quiet.
Very excited about that.
I raised it as best as I can.
About 1.0 to 1.5 million units of Xbox will be sold. That's a great start to what is going to be a great platform. Xbox will launch in North America on November 8th. We're excited to report that we're going to have
Well,
50 to
50.
100% more units than Sony had with their PlayStation 2 launch. And for $299, people are going to be super excited by what they get. And we know we're going to be able to sell as many units as we can produce. Our secret weapon for Xbox is its online game capability. It's the only console designed from the ground up to be perfect for broadband online gaming. And that is the future of gaming, and we think is going to bring some very exciting things to people who love to play games.
Gotta take into note, I think the Xbox was the first console to have broadband internet out of the bat. Because the Dreamcast had a modem, but it was still a 56K dial-up.
And when you add online gameplay to
And the
that,
PS2 actually didn't launch with a network adapter. That didn't come out until like a year or two after.
Mm-hmm. Same with the GameCube.
Oh, there we go,
You have
finally.
to get an adapter for it.
well, and that's why we say with Xbox,
And that thing sold poorly because it was only supported by like 5 games.
we're working on it. We're going to get to it.
Look at this dude.
I think that's Peter Moore.
Yeah, it's Peter Moore. This guy's an asshole.
It really is.
Oh, come on.
You know, with $5 billion to spend.
He fucked up Fable, dog.
That's Peter Molyneux.
Oh, I thought it was him.
Oh, it's Peter Molyneux. Different Peter.
Oh,
Sudeki? Wait, is that actually Sudeki?
I know he
No.
did stuff for Sega Dreamcast. This dude.
Is he text? Yeah, he was the guy who, after Bernie Stolar, they brought in Peter Moore to kind of revitalize Sega for the Dreamcast. So he took the
Yeah.
he took the Dreamcast out, but he went out with a bang. So applause for Peter Moore. And then after that, he went to Xbox, and then he went to EA, and then now I think he's doing soccer stuff. It's like Liverpool, I think, right? Yeah, he's the senior vice president and
Is that SSX?
no, that's Amped, I think.
Sure.
Doesn't say.
Fucking seeing Shrek unironically being promoted is so weird.
It was a launch title. Shrek sold somebody on the Xbox. Don't let me forget that.
Whoa, look at that panty shot.
I think that's Cell Damage. Rally Sport Challenge, maybe? Oh, wait, no, that's Outlaw Golf. Yeah, that's Cell Damage. I still gotta get Cell Damage. That did get an HD remaster, by the way, Cell Damage.
I'm surprised they're not showing Halo in here.
I'm sure Halo will get its own spot.
Is that Total War?
Oh, that's Simpsons Road Rage.
Ah,
Yeah, I want to say that's Rally Sport Challenge. If not, here, let's look at the Xbox launch titles. So the Xbox launched with 4x4 Evo 2, Air Force Delta Storm, Arctic Thunder, Cell Damage, Dark Summit, Dead or Alive 3, Fusion Frenzy, Mad Dash Racing, Madden NFL, NASCAR Heat, NASCAR Thunder, NFL Fever, NHL Hits, Oddworld, Project Gotham, Shrek, Test Drive Off-Road Wide Open, so that's probably it. Tony Hawk 2X, Transworld Surf, and of course Halo. It's an okay launch lineup. I mean, if it wasn't going to be Halo, then what else would you buy on this thing besides Dead or Alive?
Halo was the reason you were
Yeah,
getting the Xbox.
people solely bought the Xbox for Halo. It was the most marketed game. No other game came close to Halo's legacy on the Xbox.
Shit, Fusion Frenzy have some followers.
Yeah, I mean, as far as Mario Party clones go,
Uh-huh.
I mean, I gotta go to the bathroom. I'll be right back.
Yeah. Look at that, Star Wars. God, I hate sport games so much. I don't like it.
All right, I'm back. Sorry, I just
Man, I really wonder what people thought of all these launch titles at the time.
it probably took a lot of convincing for people to switch, or either one, get newcomers onto the Xbox, or two, get people to turn a blind eye from Sony or Nintendo.
PlayStation probably. Dude, they were showing Metal Gear Solid 2. They were showing Silent Hill 2. Like, how the fuck
They were
are you
showing
gonna
Grand
compete?
Theft Auto 3 at the show too.
Oh my god, like the
Wait.
only thing Xbox had is his Halo
Heroes Crimsons.
and Dead or Alive.
And even then, like, people were buying a PS2 just to watch The Matrix on DVD. It was the cheapest DVD player at the time. You'd be stupid not to. It's like a console that can also play DVDs. Why would I not buy this?
Oh, I think I know this game.
Hits! NHL Hits! My brother's favorite.
No, I'm talking to the Samurai one. Yeah.
Yeah, I want to say this is Crimson Skies. Yeah.
I think the Samurai 1 is an EA game, actually.
Kicking music, by the way. Whenever I have friends over for just a quick video game party, I usually bust out NHL hits.
I play a lot of WWE games back in the day, but like the PlayStation 1, SmackDown, I think it was called.
Yeah, other than SmackDown, most of the PS1 wrestling games were kind of crap. Oh, that's Arctic Thunder. I played a lot of Arctic Thunder in the arcade. Oh, you know what else was early Xbox game that they were showing off? I think this game called Azric: Rise of Parathia.
Mm-hmm.
I want to say Max Payne was also at this show, but I think they were probably showing that off on PS2 or PC. That was out by the end of the year.
Wow, look at this fucking thing.
You know, that's what the Xbox menu was supposed to look like.
It still looks like that. Somewhat.
Yeah, a little bit, but it was like more in depth.
I love the menu of it. Damn. Oh, there it is.
Yeah, that's amped. That's Project Gotham Racing. Air Force Delta. Oh, was that it instead?
You're competing with Ace Combat 4, dude.
Mad Dash Racing by the Gex guys. NASCAR Heat. I do have NASCAR Heat 02. Oddworld.
Oh
Never-
yeah, they had Oddworld.
Never got around to playing Oddworld. Of course.
Halo. There it is. Bloodway.
I bet I can find more early E3 Halo footage. There's definitely enough to do a stream of
there's
that
a lot.
alone.
There's a lot.
Like I know Martin O'Donnell just put out that video recently that you
There's a
showed
lot
me.
to make a whole stream for it.
Yeah, I could probably do like a 3 hours just on that alone. For Halo 2 and 3 especially. I don't know. Might do that one day. Do a retrospective on old Halo 1, 2, and 3.
Didn't Oddworld had like this thing with like Mountain Dew?
I think so. I don't know.
I forgot.
All right. Yeah, turn it down.
Yeah.
All right, PlayStation stuff for the next 20 minutes. And of course, we start with Jack and Daxter. So this was PlayStation Underground coverage. For anybody who remembers PlayStation Underground, this was the magazine on a disc or whatever that PlayStation used to send out for PS1 and PS2. I have a couple of the demo discs for this on PS1. If you remember all the Jam Pack CDs, I think that was PlayStation Underground. I have Jack and Daxter 1, I just never got around to playing it. In fact, I think I have Jack 3 as well. I think the only one that I don't have is Jack 2.
The only Jack I like was the first game. I never liked 2 or 3.
Did you ever have a PSP?
Yeah, I had it.
Oh, did you ever play, I think it was just Daxter on PSP?
Nah, never play any of them. I only played God of War at the time.
There was
and Metal
Daxter,
Gear
there was Clank.
I played Metal Gear Portable and Metal Gear Peace Walker, God of War, the 2 games, the God of War. I think I played Third Birthday at the time for a little bit.
Ew, I'm sorry.
Yeah. I think I just played like a demo if I remember. And it was also soft modded, so I play a bunch of PS1
Genetica.
games. That's how I play like Resident Evil 2 for the first time.
Is this like speed bike racing? Kinda looks like Tron with the speed bikes.
It's not Tron, but what the fuck?
Yeah, I mean, the other point of this is I want to find, you know, kind of relatively obscure games that I've never heard of. I've never seen this. Buried in the however many racers there were on PS2. I mean, it would take a while before F-Zero GX would come out, so...
Are they talking about the game being 60 FPS?
But, you know, that's a novelty for PS2 games.
Yeah. Genetica.
wonder how that did.
Hey, GT
Gran Turismo 3.
Oh, look at that. Is that Tony Hawk? Oh, I think it's somebody else.
I'm Alan Patmore, and I'm the president and lead designer of Surreal Software, working on Draken 2,
The engine that was made for Kinetica was later reused for God of War and SOCOM.
Really?
Yeah, that's what the wiki
That's
says.
wild.
Use the Kinetica game engine, which would be used for SOCOM, God of War, and God of War 2. Developed by Santa Monica Studio.
Take to the skies and engage in intense aerial combat. It has a great flight dynamic. We spent a lot of time tuning the
Anyways, what game is this?
It's very fluid, and you really feel like
I
you're
don't
in
know.
flight, but it's yet still very easy to control. One of the coolest things about the PlayStation 2 is it allows us to render these enormous landscapes.
Wow, it's not Panzer Dragoon.
Dragon 1 ended.
No.
Your brothers died. You're burying the villagers of your town who are laid to waste by hordes of evil creatures. You're supposed to summon the Dragon Mother, who's the final creature, and she'll help restore.
Good God,
peace and
American love
tranquility to the
fucking
rest of the
Western
world.
fantasy
Check out
games.
Dragonfall 2001.
Oh, Draken 2.
Dude, I was never a D&D person.
Never even heard of the first one.
I never was a big into D&D or fantasy world for the most part.
Military action game that
It's
we're
really
developing
rare
for
me to
PlayStation
go,
2. It's a team-based
hey, look at that,
game.
SOCOM.
So in both single player and multiplayer,
Dude, SOCOM
the
is so
object
good.
is to use your teammates in order to accomplish the mission objective.
Do we have
Which
hold
I'm
on.
really excited about with SOCOM is the online capabilities. SOCOM is going to be one of the first games released this fall that supports
think
the
we've
Sony
got our first bot.
analog broadband adapter. You'll be able to connect through the internet to our game servers and be able to join games with people who are already there. We're also able to
SOCOM is still regularly played on X-Link Kai. As popular as Halo 2 is for X-Link Kai on Xbox, I think SOCOM is popular for X-Link on PS2.
go out to the ranges with them.
There's still people playing this online today.
So when you play
Private
the
servers,
game,
of course.
You're really going to get a feel for the realism and authenticity. SOCOM US Navy SEALs will be available this fall exclusively for the PlayStation 2.
You know they made like 4 of those? There was one on PS3.
Oh, this is PlayStation on the ground. It just read.
Yeah, that's what I was telling you.
Hello, I'm Sean Reddick. I'm the assistant producer on Okage.
Okage. Look at all this
Really the most
crap on PS2 that I've just never heard of or never bothered to look into.
This is actually
art style
really
is
good
really
looking.
unique. The characters look really expressive. It's kind of European and dark. It kind of accentuates
Wow, this is
It's
actually
kind of
looks good.
European. It looks very Japanese.
personalities and their interactions with each other.
Okay.
Another highlight of the game.
European inspired.
Also, it's very different than most RPGs where one character attacks, then an enemy attacks.
Speaking of European, it didn't even get a PAL release.
So it looks like a big melee going on screen.
Hi, Vendover.
Really exciting.
Hey,
Really
man.
different than most RPGs. And I think it'll really set it apart.
This actually looks really cute.
Okage will be available late summer, early fall on the PlayStation 2.
Yeah, it is
Twisted
Twisted
Metal
Metal.
Black.
Yeah.
Frequency.
That's a rhythm game.
Frequency is an online DJing game. It allows
Online?
you to build a song with friends, an existing tune, and remix it together online. So you have an 8-sided tunnel. Each side of the
Online?
tunnel
Okay, that's pretty ambitious for
and gems
early
come down
PS2.
one side of the tunnel, and you got to match the beat of the gems and capture the music.
Kinda reminds me of
as
Tempest a
you
little.
go along. You'll be able to go online and meet up with friends and through various chat rooms and actually play the game.
I want to say
with
that the
people.
PS2
You
online
each
was
take a
free.
side
I
of
mean,
the track,
Xbox Live, you obviously had to pay for, but I think
You
PS2
also have a
was
great
free.
remixing function. You connect
Yeah, but the
online
Xbox
via your
was so much
PlayStation
better.
2. You can actually take
In
an
terms of
existing song,
online.
remix it with your friends all at the same
I'll
time.
push it.
Frequency will be available coming this November
Like,
on PlayStation
Xbox
2.
have voice chat, and they had like, and a lot of they didn't have like voice messages until like Halo 2. Halo 2 made all that stuff
You're
in
fine.
game, and then they put all that stuff in normally for Xbox and the 360. Oh, Eco.
Eco. Of course, I've heard of this one.
Good God, they have so many like strong games.
Imprisoned in a castle, and he escapes this imprisonment and tries to find his way out of the castle. On his journey, he finds the princess of the castle, and he's actually trying to lead the girl out. This game offers new gameplay, first time ever seen on actually any type of game.
Want to say I don't have this.
Leading a girl all the way
I don't even remember what I have on PS2 off the top of my head.
I actually really want to play this.
It's on a couple other consoles. I know Okami is on literally everything.
I have Okami.
Yeah, the Okami's on PS2, PS3, Wii.
This is on PS3.
Okay, yeah, Eco and Shadow of Colossus collection. So it is on PS3.
Eco's coming out on PlayStation 2 this fall. Check it out.
Yeah, see, this is it. This is the skate park thing I was talking about. And Matt Hoffman and I want to believe Tony Hawk was at this.
Well, hi there, I'm Joel Jewett.
Yeah, it's Tony Hawk Pro Skater 3.
Tony Hawk 3 for the PlayStation 2.
Of the few PS2 games that I will pop in and play, I absolutely love Pro Skater 3. Like, I think this is my favorite of the whole franchise. This and
this was the best.
American Wasteland. A lot of people really liked Pro Skater 2 on PS1. Now, I'll mind you, I'm not that good at Pro Skater at all. I'm more a button masher, but...
No, I played Pro Skater recently. I'm like, oh my god, this is actually harder than I remember.
But all the cheats and unlockables that you can do for this game are really fun. I think, like, in Pro Skater 2, you can play as Spider-Man. I think in this one, you can play as Darth Maul. One of these you can play as, like, Wolverine. One of these you can play as Shrek.
There's one you can play with fucking Metal Gear Solid 2. That's Snake.
Yeah. So I knew early on to get this for my PS2. Plus online play. This one did have online play. I want to say the online play was only for the PS2 version. Oh, that's
Oh, I love this
NBA
fucking
Street.
game. This was like one of the few like basketball games that I fucking play so much.
We played.
This game is so fun.
Yeah, I had Volume 2 on GameCube as a kid. I never got Volume 3, and Volume 3 is best on GameCube because you can play as Mario, Luigi, and Peach.
Yeah.
How are you gonna shoot over this?
They make a great shot, they'll point their finger and let you know how great they are. You can goaltend, there's no fouls, so you're...
Oh, we had this, we had NFL Street. I didn't realize they made an NFL Street 3. Like, I thought there were only 1 and 2. But 3, I think, was on PS2 only.
And you'll have a clear line to the basket. So tricks are just as important as scoring baskets. They give you momentum to pull off what's called a game breaker.
Yeah, I remember the game breaker thing.
Say you make a 2-point basket, you get 2 points, your opponent loses 2 points.
I think my brother would still go back and play NFL and NBA Street.
I played so much of this game back in the day. I remember renting it and playing it so much on the GameCube.
Late this June. Go look for it in the store near you.
Squaresoft. They were still not Square Enix.
Oh, there we go.
I'm the U.S. localization producer for Ace Combat 4. I think most users will find it easy to get into the game, unlike most sim games. So it's not as difficult as a sim, and yet the real
Unlike most sim games.
We've actually used satellite photos to enhance our textures, and we have consultants in the U.S. Air Force as well as the Japanese Self-Defense Force. So overall, I think most players will find it easy to get into the game, and yet enjoy the realism of it. Ace Combat 4 will be available on PlayStation 2 in fall of 2004.
I'm gonna play this game. This is the only Ace Combat I haven't played. I need to play 4.
What are they on now? Like
And
7
0.
or something?
Devil May Cry, Devil May Cry,
Again.
Devil May Cry.
Hi, I'm Todd
Yep.
Thorson, Director of Marketing from Capcom Entertainment. We are today looking at Devil May Cry, the brand new gothic thriller from Mikami, who's the creator of the Resident Evil series. It's really a legendary story
Resident
of Dante,
Evil.
who is a 2,000-year-old part human,
2,000, Jesus. That's a lot of birthdays.
Oh my god, it shows the experience. What the fuck?
Did not show that in the final game?
No. In fact, it doesn't even have experience. What it has is the red orbs.
You take a demon, slash him with a sword, at the same time throw him up there, blast him with your
Oh, they're not dropping red orbs.
The pace of the game is just absolutely amazing.
Yeah, they're not dropping red orbs. In fact, a lot of the so that experience was changed to style meter. So you get like, you know, you get to like S rank.
DDR.
Hell yeah, dude. Look at those dudes with a big ass
Wait,
pants,
what the
bro.
fuck is hurdy-gurdy? What the fuck is hurdy-gurdy?
God, this looks like a fucking boring ass game.
From the makers of Tomb Raider? Core Design worked on this?
Hurdy-gurdy will be available for the PlayStation 2 this November.
And it went really downhill after Angel of Darkness.
Harry Potter. What? Look at that statue. Okay, that's.
Okay.
Hey, Takayoshi Sato. Look, he's here.
Boy, am I really glad I picked you to do this with me. It's no longer just a game.
He says no. Does he even know psychological horror at the time or not?
He found a lot of monsters. He's scared, but he decided to fight. Thanks to PS2, we can finally express the monster, flashlight and like a fog. So real.
So real.
That makes that game so horrifying. That hardware, swept out all of the restrictions. We can finally made it perfect. Silent Hill 2 on PS2 will come out fall 2001.
You can clearly tell English is not his native language.
Is it gonna be Kojima
And
in here?
Metal Gear Solid 2. Hold on.
I wonder. Is gonna be Kojima here?
Hi, my name's
Oh,
Jason
no.
Enos from Konami. We're here at the Konami booth checking out Metal Gear Solid 2. This time around, Snake is back, and it's badder than ever. The
Snake is
graphics
back,
are
except he's not the
insane.
protagonist.
The realism is incredible. You can do so many more things with Snake now that you couldn't do
What
with
the
Metal
fuck?
Gear
Why is that
Solid
all
1.
like?
The PlayStation 2's hardware is so powerful that everyone is just awed by this game.
It's so powerful that we ended up porting it to the Xbox in like a year.
The level of detail on the environments and the characters are much stronger and more real. I mean, they just look so odd, like human. This is clearly going to take
This guy's voice is cracking. So
new
real.
I love how passionate they used to be.
Liberty on the PlayStation 2. This is going to be the hottest game this fall, no question.
I don't know, man. Grand Theft Auto 3 is pretty good.
Was that Shinobi earlier? Oh, Shinobi's a Sega game.
While we were at this year's E3 show in Los Angeles, we got a chance to check out the future of the PlayStation 2. Sony announced some cool new technology that will
I'm
expand.
gonna have to write all this down for later so I know what to do with the PlayStation 2.
Broadband on PS2.
Online against the
Wow, the internet. What a neat concept.
flurry of announcements.
America Online.
Oh my god.
Yeah, welcome to 2001.
We're going to create tools so that game developers, so PlayStation 2 developers, can create games that involve dialing into the internet, that use AOL email, that use AOL instant messaging, and chat.
The poor souls who had to play this on dial-up.
You have the AOL welcome screen, all the AOL content.
Oh, this is so good to look at.
Your instant messaging, it is AOL, all running off the PlayStation.
You got mail.
So how will you connect to the internet? By using the new PlayStation 2 network adapter, which will be available this November. The adapter will include both a V90 modem for people who use a dial-up connection, as well as an Ethernet port.
I have one of these, and I gotta mod it so it takes a SATA drive instead of IDEs. Because the stock one of those only take IDE drives, and it was mostly used for Final Fantasy 11. Final Fantasy 11 on PS2 came bundled with a 40 gigabyte hard drive, which was insane for the time. Like, no other game took up that much space on a console.
Dynamic content from the internet and from various networks into games that are typically located just on static.
Let alone that they had the budget to give you a whole hard drive anyways.
The internet to the PlayStation 2 will open up a world of possibilities, and in the next few years, those possibilities will expand even more. For instance, we saw a demonstration of high-definition video playback on a PlayStation 2, and it was incredible.
There were a handful of games that did support 1080p 60 on PS2. I think Gran Turismo 4 was one of them.
On your PlayStation 2 hard drive, simply download it from the network.
In the future, if we get the high bandwidth of the networking system,
Ooh, they're talking about like actually downloading like movies and games through the internet.
There were consoles that were like that later on. Like there was a console called the Phantom by Infinium Labs that was shown off at E3 2004, I think. It was like a digital only console that you just downloaded everything to.
Yeah, I remember some couple games like that. Even like one that you stream games.
For 2004, I mean, that's kind of a laughing stock. But nowadays, that's just quality standard for what we do. Like even Xbox now has the digital only consoles.
Yeah.
Like the Xbox One X or the Xbox One S all digital edition or whatever it was. And the amount of man hours that were put into these designs and everything. I wonder whatever happened to all this stuff.
I was saying the same thing. I wonder if they kept it in a...
Or if it's at somebody's office now.
Probably. They're measuring my penis. I miss this era of fucking wacky ass fucking music, bro. Now they keep using the same fucking royalty free fucking music.
Alright, throw it up again.
Games Week on .tv.
Tech TV.
Yeah, so I have a couple TV episodes of old shows that cover some E301
TV
stuff.
episode, not Tech TV.
Nah, Tech TV's after this. I think this was a show that aired in the UK at the time. I don't even remember where I found most of this stuff.
Hello and welcome to a very special edition of Ex Machina. In the next 30 minutes, we'll bring you exclusive
Here, I'll turn it
coverage
up.
from E3, the world's premier video game event. We'll preview the biggest games coming your way.
The biggest game.
I'm surprised we didn't see that much Halo stuff, but I can definitely go back and dig for a lot of it.
Mm-hmm.
They'll probably cover it in this episode or the next.
But for those of you who think E3
Oh, this is all Sega stuff.
Yeah, there's some Sega stuff at the end. I only did a minute or two previews out of all this, so all this stuff is new to me. I didn't want to spoil myself on any of this.
Mm-hmm.
You know, this is still the same building that they use for E3 now.
And featuring 62,000 people, 450 companies, and well over 1,000 games, consoles, and
That number is accurate. 62,000 people did show up for this event.
video games industry.
That's a lot of people.
Barbie Explorer.
Yo, this game is actually not that bad.
Barbie Explorer on PS1.
It's basically Crash Bandicoot.
It's one of the worst Crash Bandicoot clones ever. I mean, Kyle
It
can,
is,
Kyle
but
can
it's
attest
not.
for that. Can't we, Kyle?
It is a solid. It's solid 5 out of 10. That's what I'm saying.
That's being generous.
That's just generous. It's not unplayable, but it's like not bad.
Yes, indeed.
Oh, look at this
With
game.
Sony, Nintendo,
I think that game's a.
Microsoft slugging it out,
What's the name of that
they
game?
set
Like Maximus or something?
event.
Yeah.
What's the Ghost and Goblin spin-off?
Ghost and Goblin spin-off. I think it's
not
the one with the devil.
Not Gargoyle's Quest, not Demon's Crest. What the hell is it? Maximo Ghost of Glory.
Okay. I was wondering if that was a Capcom game.
Yeah, it is. It was on PS2.
God, listen to the soundtrack they keep playing.
Let me know if I have to turn it up for you guys. I know it's a little. It's a VHS recording, so.
Earlier versions were to its predecessor.
Wow, it's not Wipeout.
Stunning air skimming action could also be found. Mixed
Airblade.
hoverboard with extreme sports, and hey, you can't fail.
Oh, this is like Tony Hawk, but
Tony Hawk,
fucking
but
hoverboard.
hoverboard?
Yeah, let me guess. This was inspired by fucking Back to. I was wondering about Half-Life.
Every bit as good as the
I think this is the
they gotta show Half-Life.
I think this is the PS2 version of Half-Life.
Yeah.
Because the Dreamcast version was probably canceled by this point, so they were taking the Dreamcast aspect and putting it over.
Yeah. Co-op mode.
Airblade for the PS2 was
Also
that
got a
game.
chance to see Sony's long-term allies Namco serve up Ace Combat 4.
Ace Combat 4 again.
Such a great game.
I gotta try 3 on PS1.
I'm gonna play those eventually.
The Japanese version, which actually has more content in it. That is Maximo.
Yeah.
I just recently found out about this game
Yeah.
too.
3D sequel Golden Goblins.
It's hard. From what I heard, it's a really hard game.
They had to do it like that hard.
Yeah, of course, Ghosts and Goblins.
While Squaresoft
And
told the crowd with
no, it's
Final Fantasy game.
Final Fantasy.
Final Fantasy 10, 10-2.
An epic title in every sense of the word.
I think Final Fantasy 11 was also being worked on. Yeah, this is just 10 then.
I love this game. This is my favorite Final Fantasy.
I never cared enough for Final Fantasy to check out any of them.
Me neither, but fuck, I grew up with this one. Look at the motherfuckers girl riding.
Had I had a PlayStation 2, I probably would have played at least one RPG, but I didn't have that call.
I'll probably play this on stream eventually. Because this was always my favorite Final Fantasy. Such a fucking chill game for the most part.
Right here, right now.
Also has like one of the best opening.
Literally weeks away from release in the States, the significance of this title can't be overestimated. Exploiting the game's multiplayer option, link-up races were staged on Sony's stand.
Remember a couple of weeks ago?
Oh yeah, you could do link, system link.
Remember a couple of weeks ago when we were looking at that GameCube and GBA preview stuff, and they were comparing this car or whatever to, I think the game that they were comparing it to was Ridge Racer 5.
Yeah. It was a launch title.
As anyone who's been will tell you, E3 is more than just a show. It's a major assault on the senses.
Assault on the senses.
E3 isn't just a
Go that
event,
far.
It's a state of being.
It's a state of being.
What the fuck?
This is.
It's a
This
state
is the
of assault
osmosis
to
of
the
life.
senses. Show Blizzard.
Don't drink on the plane.
You know, at that time they were like harassing women.
This is the osmosis of life.
From Resident Evil. Once in LA, try to of reality. Remember, you are neither a movie star nor a gangster rapper. You will not pull Pamela Anderson on Venice Beach, and you will not take part in heavily armed car chases.
What are they talking about?
This is schizo stuff. You ever heard, dude? Do you remember? Do you know about gaming in the Clinton years?
Yes, and I try not to
God.
think about it.
It's so fucking good. That shit
It's
is like
so bad.
schizo post. It's schizo posting, bro. You should watch like a compilation of like out of context. It's so good.
There's a YouTuber that I follow, Ked Icarus. He actually watched like every single one of those reviews. I feel so bad for him.
It's so good, dude. Motherfucker love Bobsy so much.
Time presents its own challenges. There's nowhere else to go.
And the thing about it is that it's not a bit. It was like a TV. It was actually like a TV thing.
Yeah, I know.
Tried to ban, so the Americans threatened a trade war.
Trade war.
At the end of the day,
I'll probably show everybody my chat one day about like cleaning up, gaming in the cleaning years.
Oh God.
It's like one of my favorite
I
things.
pity you
It's so
guys.
good.
everyone else, you'll end up in the Gotham bar in Santa Monica until the early hours of morning. Cheers.
Wait, we're at a bar now? What happened to the games?
What the video game's at?
I guess they got a break to eat. The pizza there was probably $12 a slice.
On Flight Sim. This year, things were rather different. Microsoft Xbox is the new kid on the console block and has its work cut out.
I'd kill to have one of those
At E3,
demo kiosks sitting in my living room.
finally announced.
That'd be great to use for tournaments.
At $299
Yeah.
on the 8th of November, what might you be playing? In an impressively stage-managed event, we got the lowdown from the creators of two of the machine's big titles, Munch's Odyssey and Halo.
Munch's Odyssey.
Halo.
I don't think Halo's gonna sell that well. What do you think?
Death matches.
I think it's just gonna be a campy title. It's not gonna do much for the console.
Allowed up to 8 players to take part. Yeah, multiplayer
Hey, look who's there. My boy. He's still working on Halo this day.
Jason
He's on
Jones.
Halo. Yeah, he's on. Yo, you play the new update for Halo Infinite?
No, I don't have Halo Infinite. My laptop's not powerful enough to run it.
I'd say so far, really fucking good. I think Halo Infinite got a good future now.
I mean, about time, because they're still trying to catch up on.
It's fucking good. Look at that! Is that Cosmo?
Pro Skater 3 again.
Oh, I thought that was Tekken. The character from Tekken.
What would
Kazuya.
Cosmo be doing in fucking Pro Skater 3?
I thought it was Kazuya hitting some sick ass fucking ollie, bro.
Max
fucking
Payne.
kick flips.
I knew Max Payne would be in this list.
There it is. God, this game is so good.
I had that on Xbox now.
I think I do own these games. I don't know, I don't remember.
Was also on show in Galleon, the first
Galleon. This game looks like shit. This didn't come out for a while, but this game
This is a LucasArts game? It looks like Monkey Island.
No,
Is it a venture game? Point and click?
Galleon. Holy fuck! Galleon didn't come out until August 2004.
What the fuck are those?
This didn't come out for 3 years, and it still looked like this. Wow.
Kind of like a kung fu genius. I wanted to get that in and mix it with a real.
And the game
like
was
RuneScape, bro.
And the game was first announced in ¡97.
This looks like RuneScape, bro.
Oh, am I glad that I picked Sudeki over this.
Alright, that's a sick swim animation.
Well, that's it for part 1. Join us for part 2 as we lift the lid on Nintendo's new console. We get up close and personal with E3's Glamour Girl.
Hot.
And reveal our very own nomination for Game
I can go for a little booth babe action.
And of part 1. Look at that font they're using. Is that font like a popular font at the time? Because I've seen a bunch of like media using the same font.
I don't know.
Especially Halo and Time Splitter.
It's 2001. They all looked like this.
Yeah.
Shocking.
Yo, the soundtrack is sick.
And Sierra would love this stuff. I was supposed to have Sierra on this weekend. Here's the little bastard.
www.tvchannels.co.uk.
Oh, it is Tech TV. This is the old version then.
You can buy spectacles with very special lenses.
Technology TV. This is before it became Tech TV and then G4.
Okay, random commercial break. Take a pee break if you guys need to.
Okay, I'll take it.
Yeah, don't keep me from all in your face, dude. I hope everybody else is enjoying the show, though. I was really nervous coming into this. I didn't think that this would turn out so hot.
Before choosing your next washing machine, see what you
This is all just random commercials from 2001, by the way.
so steady.
Yeah, I hope everybody is having a good night. Thank you all so much for joining me here.
In 20 years' time, you'll be glad you spent your money so wisely. Mila.
We've got oh god, Kinder. We've got a couple more episodes of 2001 stuff, and then we'll take a look at 2002 finally.
It's both crispy and creamy. You haven't lived until you've tried one.
Bueno, deliciously crispy.
It's weird. They actually sell this stuff in stores here in the US now. It's usually in the kind of lesser known section of stuff. On an all-new Law and Order.
Invisible Man. Weeknights. Only on Bravo.
Oh, they had Bravo back then.
Join Ariel and her daughter Melody in a new fun-filled adventure. The Little Mermaid 2.
Oh no, direct-to-video Disney DVD sequels. My Kryptonite. I still have a couple of those on VHS. In fact, I think I had Little Mermaid 2 on VHS. I don't know where or when I got it. I just happened to have it for some reason.
We can fight back against hay fever. Benadryl is active in just 15 minutes. down there. And now there's new Benadryl.
You good, JUNII?
The only non-drowsy allergy treatment with added decongestant.
He's probably still pissing.
Don't let them get away with it.
Oh my god, how many more commercials are there?
In part 2.
Mm.
You guys gotta watch the commercial. That was at the time. We fucking had to deal with this all the time.
Oh my god, it's not Passenger 57. Always bet on red.
I just realized you are using the same font as well.
Welcome back to the
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the one that yeah, it's called Handle Gothic. It was used in Time Splitters. All right, finally, Sega stuff.
Take a trip to the murky world of Pensia Hall and find out why Nintendo is still a force to be reckoned with.
Oof. The ill-fated Donkey Kong Racing.
First though, let's soak up some
Yeah,
of
that game never saw the light of day.
that is E3.
Back on the streets of LA.
All about getting noticed. And with a largely male crowd, the preferred method at E3 is, well, toffee.
Yes. Yes. I'm interested.
Okay. I'm gonna be in and out. I'll be watching. I'm gonna test something real quick.
All right.
While I watch.
Yeah, go on. I can take the double D's from here.
I mean, I'll be here. I'll be talking. Cause I'm helping like a
Yeah.
a dude test something at the same time, and I don't want to let him wait.
5, 6 o'clock at night, 1 hour break for lunch, always smiling, always on. You get the same comments from everybody.
Most of these women probably have to have 1 or 2 kids by now.
That type of thing.
With chat-up lines like that, you're unlikely to get very far. But according to Julie, even though you've only got about 10 seconds,
Julie.
if you really turn on the charm, you can actually pull.
How many of these guys do you think showered before they met these girls?
Engaged from someone she met at the show. It can be done.
While dressing up in a plunging plastic jumpsuit might not be the most dignified thing in the world, for the girls, E3 is a pretty tame affair.
E3 is very young. Everybody's age group is in their teens and 20s. That makes a big difference.
Just the way I like them, barely legal.
Who are 50 plus. Yeah, I think the business is here. We learn how to manipulate a little bit more. You can see right through the little boys.
Oh yeah, I can see right through a lot of things. Oh, come on, don't get with her, man. She's flat. I enjoyed that segment.
More games coming as we catch up
More
with one of
games
E3's
coming.
biggest hitters.
Finally, Sega stuff.
Sega arrived at the show for the first time not as a console manufacturer, but purely as a software company. But while production of the Dreamcast might have ceased, there are still some top-draw games on the horizon.
Fun fact, that's my first video game experience.
Adventure 2.
Yep, the GameCube version of Sonic Adventure 2 was my first video game. Pity on me.
But undeniably, the main interest surrounded Sega's work for other consoles. Shock surprises included playable GameCube titles within the Sega enclosure.
PSO!
Than a speedy conversion of Phantasy Star Online, or rather offline, seeing as this early version delivered multiplayer thrills via split-screen mode.
Wait, they were working on PSO this early? This didn't come out until like 2003 on GameCube. I can't wait for PSO on Xbox to finally come back alive, hopefully with the Insignia project within the next couple of days.
Fans expecting to play Virtua Fighter 4 were
Virtua Fighter 4? Where did Virtua Fighter 4 come out on? PS2, I think?
Microsoft seemed the most favored suitor of the show. There was a showing.
Understand. Jet Set Radio Future, we're still waiting for a port.
Oh shit, he did fix it.
Oh, that's Gun Valkyrie.
And an announcement.
Wait, that was Jet Set Radio music.
Yeah, that was Jet Set Radio, that was Gun
To
Valkyrie.
announce today that Sega is premiering 2 next-generation titles on Xbox. A new version of Crazy Taxi, called Crazy Taxi Next, And from our
AKA
incredibly
High
successful
Roller.
arcade heritage, The House of the Dead 3.
Yeah.
Sega kind of just went all over the place. Like, as soon as they were breaking up, like, they threw games on PlayStation 2, Sonic went to the GameCube, most of their Dreamcast legacy went on Xbox. Looks like it came back for more! Shenmue 2. Hanging on the edge of tomorrow.
Not everyone can be a Sony or a Microsoft. In E3's
I thought I was gonna say, are they fucking showing Evil Within? What the fuck?
busily hawking their wares.
Oh, the third-party stuff.
Yeah.
The rejects. The outsiders.
Where rows and rows
The
of
minorities.
occupied by just one or two people.
Oh, come on, this is pitiful. You know what's even sadder? Later E3s, I think the indie devs and like the third-party stuff actually ended up being better than the main floor show stuff. So it's like this stuff we ended up taking for granted in later years.
That works with full 3D graphics.
Oh my god, why are they still playing the violin music?
And what it is, you go in there, take a photo of your face, and
It's easy to laugh at Kentia Hall, and indeed we did. But somehow it just wouldn't be E3 without it.
character, out comes the CD of that character, and with the CD, you can go onto our website.
Yeah, how many of the stuff do you think actually
Next up,
caught
a
on?
visit to a stand with a slightly bigger corporate
Oh, wait, now I'm back here. I was testing something.
Okay,
I'm on.
yeah, welcome back.
You'll see in a bit being released.
Nintendo is the godfather of the gaming world. And for this,
Yeah.
they have to thank
Zelda music.
Shigeru Miyamoto.
Shigeru Miyamoto.
Invented
What the
3D
fuck?
gaming.
Yeah.
Super Mario 64.
Slightly pleased, he
I love that he just comes out with a wave bird in hand.
Let me introduce you to our new baby.
New baby.
Like all babies, it is small, but it will make a lot of noise.
I love when he said that.
Xbox camp.
Halo.
Come on, give us more Halo.
Japanese launch set for September the 14th. Nintendo stunned the show by
A little bit of an
announcing
ill-fated launch.
on November the 5th. 3 days before the Xbox goes on sale and at $100 less than Microsoft's machine. Amongst the many
I'm pretty sure that's the reason why my mom got us a GameCube for Christmas, is because it was the cheapest one on the market and she didn't want us playing Halo at 5, 7 years old or whatever.
to get Wet n Wild all over again.
Wave Race Blue Storm.
Also mixing N64 nostalgia with astonishing visuals, Donkey Kong Racing. Yep, the gang
Hey, guess where you can play this game?
they've got rhinos.
You can't. Yeah, a little thing called the rare buyout kind of cut this game from ever happening.
To see if Luigi might have the same appeal as his brother. Trapped in a haunted house and looking like a Wallace and Gromit character, hopes for Luigi
Oh, this is the beta version of the
couldn't be
song.
higher.
Sounds so different. Dun, dun, dun,
The real oddity of the lineup
Pikmin.
came in the form of one of Miyamoto's
I never understood Pikmin. I barely remember that this
Pikmin
was
is
a thing as a
literally like
kid.
one of the baby's like first real-time strategy game.
I played the demo of this on one of the demo discs and kind of just never played it again. I still don't understand.
an upgraded version of
Dinosaur Planet!
titled Dinosaur Planet.
What have you done, Nintendo? You ruined it! JUNII, I think earlier, it was earlier this year in January, I played through Star Fox Adventures and, well, I kind of hated it.
Former epic
You don't like it?
Star Fox
Yeah, no, the ending sucked.
Things may never be the same again.
This game should not have become a Star Fox game.
It's a weird game.
Nintendo would only commit
It's just not a Star Fox game. It's a poor man's Zelda. For those who, I know it's judgmental and controversial, but for those who actually enjoy Star Fox Adventures, I kind of only am mildly judging you, but for me, it was riding a 6 out of 10 most of the time, and then the final boss kicked in, and I was like, fuck this. This is a 4 out of 10 game.
Put our cards on the table. As regular viewers will
See, I
know,
respect that. You call everybody who likes the game fucking questionable taste.
No, it's not Metal Gear Solid. Although some
It's Silent Hill again.
The only playable stuff was the demo released a couple of months ago. This year, it was a 3-horse race.
3-horse race, and they were all a one-trick pony.
Dreamcast was not there, right? Just Sega as a for the game. No Dreamcast.
Well, by this point, Sega was dropping the Dreamcast and was becoming a third-party developer. So they were like 4th place in a 3-place race. Yeah, this is Dead or Alive 3.
God, that's so sick.
At number 2, the sequel to Silent Hill. On
Yo, number 2, Silent Hill.
I didn't think Silent Hill 2 would get this much coverage.
Oh, it did, dude. Everybody was talking about Silent Hill at the time. Silent Hill 2 was fucking huge. It was wild. It was that Silent Hill 3 never got the same reception.
About Silent Hill
Even
4.
though I think Silent Hill 3 is a masterpiece.
Rogue Squadron.
Beating them off to claim its prize as game of the show, it has to be
Really?
Rogue Squadron.
Really? This is game of the show? Not Halo? Not Melee? Not Metal Gear Solid? Not Silent Hill? This is game of the show?
Fucking Star Wars fans that should all fucking die. Fuck Star Wars fans, bro. They're the worst people ever made. Star Wars is not that fucking good, bro.
Looking at Star Wars now, I mean, if you're gonna play any Star Wars game, just play the ones from this generation, because this is the galaxy's best Star Wars games. But really, compared to everything that we've seen here today, this is the best game being shown off at E301. This? Really? Like, not even Max Payne?
What video games are all about.
Like, yeah, it's a good game, but I don't think it's that good. Okay, that's the end of that. there was some questioning in that one.
And you're watching extended play. Fucking high as shit.
Tech TV.
Coming up on Extended Play, we come to you from the biggest gaming show on earth.
As in Tech TV before G4 ruined it.
Los Angeles. We give you the news from the show floor, show you the latest in the Final Fantasy series, and show you how to be a benevolent god in black and white. Stick around. It's game time.
Is this Adam Sessler as well?
I don't remember. I know he was on. I know he was on X-Play.
Was that Yakuza for a moment? Is Yakuza there?
Is Yakuza in development? When did the first Yakuza game come out?
It is Adam Sessler.
Oh.
This guy's a fucking joke now.
Oh yeah, I've seen his rants on Twitter. My God, dude, what's with the hair? I get this is 2001, but you look like a total fucking douche. Oh, Yakuza didn't come
Adam
out
Sessler was always a train chaser, even to this day.
until G4 fired him.
So we went to the last GDC and visited the Independent Games Festival.
Whoa, what is that noise?
The VHS is crapping out.
Oh, it is the VHS.
Video games are big business. With $10.5 billion in
Great encoding.
the game biz is looking to
Shenmue.
grow out the film industry
Hell yeah, dude.
That's Shenmue 2, I think.
No, that's one.
That was one.
Yeah.
In order for a game to have much hope of
Figured
financial
it's like-
success, it needs to have a
Seaman, bro. Seaman was such a weird game, bro.
It was.
I love that. I want to play it though.
Player real-time strategy game, so it's not like a lot of different games effectively put together.
Wow, PC games. Who gives a shit about these? There were a couple decent PC games, but by 2001, it was all about the consoles for E3. PC gaming didn't really catch on until later.
I think PC game had a lot of people still playing it.
Well, it was DOS games, and then everybody switched to console, and then by
like
now.
a niche, you know. It was big, but it was not like PlayStation big. You know?
Yeah.
It has its own community that, especially like, you know, MMO games that had like a bunch of people, like EverQuest, stuff like that.
We hope to find a publisher, basically, and to make it as big as possible.
I think the importance of the
Also, never forget about Doom.
community. I think they are the heart and soul of this industry.
I mean, FPS is such as FPS is basically like this originated on
Also,
originated.
Quake was around this time too.
Quake was 96. I think the newest Quake at this time was Quake 3. That was 99. I think Unreal, one of the Unreal games was new at this time, like Unreal Tournament 2003.
No, not Doom 3. Doom 3 was 2004.
Yeah.
Developer Gigantic Games had very humble beginnings.
Bone Miser is really into RTS games, so this kind of stuff would be more his speed. I'm not that big of an RTS guy. Like, I played Halo Wars on 360 a little bit as a kid, but that's basically it.
I did some Age of Empires and Red Alert too.
One of the key roles of independent game developers is to make sure the market,
NVIDIA.
what can be done.
I love how NVIDIA's still kind of been the industry standard for however many years.
And they'll do something that
30 at this point.
Because if they know it isn't, I know I can make that happen.
That's the spirit that allowed Ethermoon Entertainment to develop Stripe Shadow.
We founded the company about 2 years ago.
When did StarCraft come out? I think StarCraft was like 97.
Multiplayer game searched through the StarCraft community to find
98.
people who shared his vision.
We got 6 people on the team. I'm in Philadelphia. We got one guy out here who lives in California, 2 in Pittsburgh, and 2 up in Boston, and then the 6th is in England. We actually run this entirely as a virtual corporation. Here at the IGF in San Jose is the first time a lot of the team members are meeting. We do almost all our work online, email, chat. You gotta have the stamina, the focus to make it all the way through. It's a long journey. If it was easy, everyone would do it.
Adventurous indie developers are making.
I love how both of us literally have nothing to say about this.
We're seeing next-gen consoles become technically closer to PC.
Not familiar though.
Yeah, I have no credibility to speak about RTS games.
What the fuck is going on with that background image?
RTSs or MOBAs or MMOs or whatever.
My budget for this game was $55. I'm a PhD student. I work full time. This is Friday nights for me. But
I wonder where all this indie stuff is nowadays, if people have made backups of it. If it's on the archive.
We know what indie movies did for Hollywood, so it should be very interesting to see what indie games are going to do for the mainstream game
Indie
publisher.
games?
2001 indie games. Yeah, 2001 indie games.
They're calling they're calling it indie games at the time. Okay, that's wild. Never thought of that. I thought the whole indie game term was like something like around 2007. You know, they coined that term.
They're trendsetters, all right.
December, the gaming year runs May to May, kicked off by E3.
Stupid hat.
Conference in America, and like any enormous trade show, E3 makes good with plenty of news and surprises. This year is no different. Nintendo was to start with a highly anticipated game.
Yeah, see, there's the roulette table, and there was the Mario puppet thing I was talking about.
The GameCube titles making a splash are Luigi's Mansion, Pikmin, and Star Fox
Pikmin.
Adventures Dinosaur Planet.
Pikmin, boys!
Pikmin! Pikmin!
Announced the release date of the Xbox as November 8th. The retail price will be $200.
Yeah, the November, it was delayed by a week. So it was actually the 15th.
Odyssey are giving gamers a chance to get their hands.
It's the 21st anniversary of the Xbox on Tuesday? Yeah, Tuesday.
People can't stop talking about until their release date. For more highlights from the show floor, go to extendedplay.com.
Coming up on Extended Play,
El Sessler rules over his
Tropico.
very own island in our review of Tropico.
Tropico, that's another RTS.
I think they're on Tropico 6 now.
Yeah, they're still releasing that game.
Welcome back to Extended Play on the floor
Yeah,
of E3.
6.
Well, here we are at the Xbox booth. It's interesting, Microsoft didn't really have any new big surprises about the Xbox to tell here at E3, though the game...
No new surprises from Xbox. You think it's because they're a fucking new company?
Yes, now that's a more serious-minded Star Wars game, although there's been a recent release that is more big-headed about the
story.
Right, it's Super Bombad Racing. Okay, so
Oh god, this again. Fuck that. I remember this from last time. It was that reviews on the run thing where Tommy Tallarico and the other guy, they were talking about Super Bombad Racing, and I'm like, fuck, can we not talk about this, please? Of all the PlayStation 2 games you can talk about, why this? Because this game is hot garbage. Fuck, I didn't think we'd have to talk about this game again.
Thank God of Mario Kart fucking...
It's not even a fun one. Like, Pod Racer was already out at this time on N64.
Each character has their own unique attributes, so be sure to try out all of them.
Oh, for the love of God, this game is not worth it.
Racers are not so
50 bucks? 50 bucks for this?
And no kart racer would be
Okay, yeah, hold on. What's this game going for now?
What a mess of a game this looks.
Super Bombad Racing. It's probably one of the 10 worst Star Wars games.
It released April. This is literally an April Fool's game.
This is a $13 game. I will gladly repay anybody the $13 if you spend on this.
You might be too jaded to get hooked on
Fuck you! Fuck you!
Better than the cookie cutter kart racers of late.
3 out of 10.
That's why we give
3 out of
Star Wars
5.
Super Bombad Racing a 3 out of 5.
3 out of 5.
That's being generous.
Now, some of you may wonder what a
Too
Bombad is.
jaded.
Making a sharp turn in the game by pressing both the gas and the brake at the same time. It's that or Jar Jar's word for cool. Now, speaking of cool, there's nothing I dream of more than being a dictator on a small tropical island. Now, it could be just me, but if you have had such fantasies of power, you can experience them.
I'll be right back again.
Anyone who plays computer games knows that in the end, it's all about power.
Congratulations on your recent rise to power, Presidente. And might
India?
I add, you're looking especially powerful
Is it
today.
India?
So with Pop Top's Tropico, you get the added bonus of a lush Caribbean setting. At its heart, Tropico is a builder, where you, as El Presidente, must lead your people, or if you please, just yourself, into prosperity by creating a functioning island economy. Growing corn and pineapples will only get you so far. Your people need churches, markets, jobs, education, and you, of course, need a little extra cash on the side.
Presidente, I am glad to see that you are putting something away for yourself in Switzerland.
With careful planning, you'll have a budding banana republic on your hands. Comparisons to SimCity are obvious, but Tropico adds a refreshing dose of
Honestly, it feels more like Civilization than SimCity. Publisher God. God himself gave us this game.
I wonder if he calls these games problematic these days.
Or flatulence. Okay, so it's not exactly dripping with realism. Or is it?
What?
These character traits
Why?
help shape how the people of Tropico
Oh,
react
gathering
to governing.
of developers.
Here lies the beauty of Tropico, the people. Zoom all the way in on the map, and you can see your nicely animated populace going about their lives. And better yet, you can click on any one of them and learn everything about them. Their name, where they work, where they live, even what they're thinking. And if you're not being as attentive to their needs, some young upstart might decide.
You know what, that's honestly not too. I mean,
Fortunately,
I wouldn't
El
pay it,
Presidente
but
has his loyal armed guards.
I think this game...
that's probably fair.
Yeah, this game was good. That's why there's so many.
Yeah, that's why they're on their 6th entry now.
Like town brothels and the drug trade, but the tongue-in-cheek
Oh, it's on Steam and GOG.
the atmosphere well, and it's this personality and character mixed
4
with
out of
simple
5.
but deep gameplay that makes Tropico a solid 4 out of 5.
Presidente, the people's hatred for you knows no bounds.
Oh, Dios mío.
We delve into the underwater world of Aquanaut and venture to the realm of Gaia in our extended preview.
Wait, why have I heard of Aquanax?
Hey guys, what's up? I'm Alita from the World Wrestling Federation, and you're watching Extended Play.
Oh.
Welcome back to Extended Play from the floor of E3 in Los Angeles.
Now, here in the Sony booth, there really aren't many surprises this year because the PS2 is already out. But what we are seeing are titles that are far more robust than at last year's show.
Well, let me
I can already smell this guy's inflated ego from all the way over here, and it's been 21 years.
But it was really cool when we had a one-on-one with Square. So, sit back now, relax, but don't...
I used to be a fan of Adam Sessler. That's the worst part of it.
Oh, we all were. We all took this guy as God's credit. But now we can't even take him seriously.
Yeah. Can't do much better than Final Fantasy X.
I can't believe they managed to fuck up and close G4 again. Literally less than a year after it relaunched.
Because they fucked up with trying to force politics. That's the problem. They had like a bunch of great creators at the time. They had the Completionists in there.
They had Scott the Wise.
They had like that Resident Evil reviewer. I forgot her name. But you know, they had great people in there. But you had that one. You had Adam Sessler and that other chick who was like
Broskarin.
Yeah, talking about fucking politics.
Politics and gender, whatever. That's just what things are nowadays. And speaking of, we're all following the mess that's going on with Twitter right now, right? With Elon Musk basically tanking the entire company.
Yeah.
Good for him. Good for him. I hope the place goes under. JUNII has heterochromia. Wow, I'll buy this game just because it's
I'll buy G4 and rebuild it in my own bitch. Wait, if G4 goes under, can I take claim of the name?
I don't know, it's a copyright mess.
I'll take claim of being G4 owner. And I start making a cool G4. G4, cooler than ever, no politics. Just video games.
Kinda wish that Screw Attack would also come back, but that's also been in legal limbo for a while thanks to Rooster Teeth.
With real-time rendered backgrounds, you'll want to.
Shoutouts to Craig for still being an OG and still making content almost 20 years later.
You can sigh over the Japanese version of Final Fantasy X in July, or pine away until it hits American shores in early 2002.
If you want to learn more about the plot and gameplay mechanics of Final Fantasy X, you can find it at the
I bet that the voice actor for this Batman is the guy who just passed away.
Yeah, Kevin Conroy. If it's Batman Vengeance, then yeah, that was him. It was Kevin Conroy. Rest in peace, man. Even my brother texted me about it.
I know a lot of people who were like really sad about it.
PC speed and graphics, the underwater world has never looked so crisp and, well, watery. The game takes place.
Wow, more water than Aquaman Battle for
All the
Atlantis.
survivors to settle underwater. A major landslide opens a series of caverns and frees the ancient gods that have been imprisoned there. Thus, the conflict begins. Players assume the role of a mercenary.
Have you heard of this game?
Who battles human and
Nope.
monster enemies.
Neither have I.
in the quest to save human civilization.
What happens if you? It's like, what would happen if you want to go outside the realms of the water in Bioshock? You go outside Rapture City, and this is what you get.
Turning up to be quite the adventure. The game will also
Fish Tank is the developer. What an acronym.
If you're getting tired of battling on land or in the air, watch out for Aquanauts, due out in the fall.
Now, if you're thinking that looks pretty, it's probably because Aquanauts is one of the first games being designed specifically with NVIDIA's GeForce 3 video card in mind.
Wonder how powerful that was compared to now.
That's crazy.
Oh great, we're gonna talk about Harry Potter soon. Just what we've been eyeballing all night.
A horse in your local park, you might be ready for NBA Street.
Again?
Looking for a cool sports game to take your mind
Qué
off
susto,
the
me
summer
caso
heat?
en nada.
Well, you can stop looking because NBA Street is coming out for the PS2.
Pasa?
Emerging out of EA Sports' big label, NBA Street is a rough and rowdy 3-on-3 street ball game taken to the
I only vaguely remember playing NBA Street. I mean, my brother was the one who handled this game.
rated shot clock that'll keep things fast and furious. Goaltending will be legal, so knowing how to shot block.
I remember the announcer always being a pushover if you fucked up.
Kobe and Shaq, plus a number
Kobe! Rip the legend.
Let's see what you've got then.
NBA Street looks to manhandle
The Black Mamba.
by using similar elements that make SSX such a big hit.
¿Qué pasa, mi amigo?
The use of outrageous tricks and maneuvers.
I got a mom jump scare for a moment.
Doing tricks will fill up your cookie, which in turn allows you to steal points from your opponent. So now you can look cool and win at the same time. NBA Street is scheduled to ship in summer 2001.
Coming up on extended play.
They didn't recognize
Having
that
problems
noise.
with your
Wait.
newfound deity status?
There actually was a game called... Wait, who made Black and White?
Your pig.
This game was fucking weird.
Who made this? Lionhead Studios. I remember this other VTuber guy that I was watching talking about the oh, this is Peter Molyneux's thing.
And I'm Adam Sessler. Now, when you have something as big as Pokemon, you're likely going to find a competitor.
Oh boy.
In this case, it's also a mon or a monster.
Now this is Digimon, or the digital monster.
Oh boy.
Evolve into very powerful fighters. So let's check out the intro to their new game, Digimon World 2.
Oh boy.
Funny part is that Digimon is nothing like Pokemon.
Yeah. But that's what we all thought back in the day, right? I mean, hell, the freaking Digimon movie was out like a couple weeks after the Pokemon movie too. I thought they were gonna talk about like Digimon Rumble Arena or something like that. But yeah, of course, this is the early 2000s. It's part of the culture. When did Digimon Rumble Arena 2 come out?
A new game for the GameCube called Peakman, a game they say could be as big as Pokemon. Until Bandai stays away from this one.
Oh, I guess we're just not talking about
calling it Peakman.
Peakman.
Yeah, call it Peakman.
Peakman.
It's difficult because no one wrote a manual on how to be a god. So here's a strategy guide for a few tips.
Uh-huh.
Okay, it's a no-brainer, the black and white, the PC game, where you play God overlooking the development of human.
Okay, so this is black and white.
Thank you for your mercy.
What's a little more debatable is how in God's name you're supposed to rule a game that has villagers being sacrificed.
Later re-reviews of this game considered to be extremely overrated.
The most engaging and strategic aspect of the
That's
game
unsurprising coming from Peter Molyneux.
With a little influence, the creature will do your
Peter Molyneux is the kind of guy with a big ego who promises he promises a lake and delivers a puddle. And yet the puddle is still
promises way too much.
Yeah.
And never delivers anything.
Just like yourself.
I mean, have you seen what he did with what was it, Project Milo on the Kinect?
Yep.
That shit was entirely scripted.
Dude, Peter Molyneux is like a VTuber.
Do not eat.
Trying to like promise it's gonna do like a bunch of crazy stuff. Never do anything else.
The bold statement, Peter Molyneux is becoming a VTuber.
The leash of learning will speed up the rate at which your creature learns from watching you.
Curiosity, what's inside the cube? The other game.
And even who or what you do it to.
Populous.
For example, you want to train your creature to throw rocks at the enemy.
I think they're doing another Fable.
Catch on.
In the next couple of years, right? Aren't they doing Fable 4?
They announced a Fable game like a while ago, and they haven't shown anything.
I wouldn't blame them if that's in development hell.
Probably. Same with like Metroid Prime, but Metroid Prime kind of like reset development at one point. And Retro Studios working on it again.
Plus, it's lightning quick combat.
Because they were working the game
focusing more on the
from
needs of
inside
villagers
development.
than your creature.
But then they moved to Retro.
Accomplish all you want with your direct intervention and with the skillful use of miracles.
So
the only way to get prayer power.
I'm sure next year we're gonna see something about Metroid Prime.
What's the fun of being a supreme being without a
I gotta see. I want to see Metroid Prime.
A good strategy for converting the simple-minded humans is striking the town with lightning. Make them suffer. Then create the miracle of rain to put out the flames. The townsfolk will think you're the best thing since sliced bread. These strategies are just the tip of the iceberg when it comes.
God, I want to slap the writers of these episodes.
In black and white. Just like your creature, you'll learn a heck of a lot just by trying new things out for yourself. And just.
But yeah, I knew a guy who was extensively talking about this game for a while.
If you missed anything in that strategy guide, don't worry. You can find it at extendedplay.com along with our Ultimate Fighting Championship strategy guide.
Yes, which seems very fitting for some reason, I don't know. Remember, you can also see the entire Nintendo press conference plus
Good.
footage of the
Fuck up Adam for us, boys.
Available at extendedplay.com.
Now don't forget, next week is our all E3 show. Everything we get our hands on, we're bringing it to you.
That's next, by the way.
So until next time, game over.
Next. Okay, this is like the last major thing we have for
Tony Hawk, Pro Skater.
Oh, Tony Hawk. Okay, this is like the last major thing that we have for E301.
we go to the biggest gaming show on earth, the Electronic Entertainment Expo.
We're almost done. I know you're getting tired.
We'll show you Nintendo's
Yeah,
new
I'm a little
console
tired.
system, the GameCube, the latest developments in Microsoft's highly anticipated Xbox, and run down the best titles of the expo. Stick around.
Hopefully it's not Rogue Squadron this time.
Whoa, damn you.
They actually going to talk about Sonic Adventure 2. Yeah, no, Yakuza wouldn't be out for like a couple more years.
No, yeah, Yakuza was like 2004,
Welcome to
2005.
Play for the Electronic Entertainment Expo in Los Angeles, California. I'm Adam Sessler.
And I'm Kate Patello, and this year,
I'm Morgan
really
Webb.
exciting E3. What with the Xbox and the GameCube.
All this and Andy Rooney tonight on 60 Minutes.
Both companies have announced that the consoles are going to be released within 3 days of each other.
It's gonna be a tough choice come November.
I'm thinking it's
especially
my
when you
audio,
also
it's the
consider
fucking
fact
VHS.
That we see some very strong PlayStation 2 titles.
That's one hell of a strategy to release consoles within 3 days of each other.
Crazy scene. We've got celebrities
Wow.
running around.
When did the PS4 and the Xbox One come out? That was like the same week too, right?
About the games.
It's been insanity for 7 years, and it's just crested one more
Wow,
time.
Blizzard, before we figured out they fucked up.
E3 2001. There were crowds, celebrities,
Video games are the big thing today, and that's why we're here.
and oh yeah.
Now there has been.
I'm a hardcore gamer, so I got a lot of questions. I'm here at the place.
Oh, that's gotta be tough for Dale because his dad just died that February.
Thousands of new titles and technologies, including many products seen for the first time ever at E3. If that doesn't excite you, well, there was lots of free stuff too.
Would you like one of these? Giving away free t-shirts.
I'll take 2 of them, thank you.
Pro skaters,
It's crazy. It's sensory overload.
pro surfers,
Kelly Slater.
and
Wait, Kelly Slater is a guy?
Unbelievable.
Yeah. Quite an event.
And here's a shock. Pikachu was in the house. There was the usual slew of highly amped sequels,
That's adorable.
as well as some anticipated originals.
Remind me to go back and take a screenshot of that Pichu. I gotta send that to my sister.
The Sims, and reliance on old standby genres like real-time strategy. The big excitement was generated by upcoming online games like PlanetSide.
Wait, PlanetSide, that's the game that Bone Miser plays, right?
Dominated by the consoles.
Oh no.
The battle of the next gen
PlanetSide, yeah.
manufacturers kicked off the day
I didn't realize
before
PlanetSide was this old.
press conferences from each of the big 3 console
It is.
makers. Xbox and PlayStation
Really,
showed off
really
some new
old.
games, while Nintendo finally gave us a look at their GameCube and its upcoming titles.
Let me introduce you to our new baby.
We finally learned the release dates of both the consoles.
In the United States,
Rip and kill Satoru Iwata.
On
Damn.
November the 8th in the North American market.
How long
These
has
companies seem bent.
It's been about 6 years.
holiday season.
No, maybe 7.
On gaming.
When did he die?
It's just gonna tickle the industry. It's gonna be great.
It's been 7 years, goddamn.
It's not at all clear which
Yeah,
way you
2015.
should spend your $300.
There didn't seem to be too much confusion
Too
at the
young,
packed
man.
Nintendo booth. Gamers had to wade through an ocean of onlookers in order to get a chance to play the GameCube and Game Boy Advance. Xbox drew a big crowd as well, as gamers got their first chance to actually play Oddworld, Halo, and other upcoming games.
Why do they have masks on?
What the fuck is happening there?
Wait. Can we go back to that for a sec?
Yeah, go back and pause it. We need to analyze that.
Wait. I guess this is way before a pandemic, but
Gamers got their first chance
No, that's way before. No, it's like it's not even a mask. It's a therapy mask. Oxygen.
what are they doing? What? Okay.
What the fuck is happening?
Is this like the 2001 version of copium or something? What is going on here? What is the? Can we elaborate on this, please?
What the fuck?
And also, is that healthy? Like, is that just going on other people's faces, like the same masks? Or
Dude, this is an idle interactive smell Laura's part. Boof. What the fuck?
Okay. Okay.
Took up the most acreage this
Sure, that's worth the price of admission.
whose networking and online ability. GameCube GameCube was the big story of this year's E3, although Xbox and Sony showcased some impressive new games for their systems. It's clear the console war is far from over.
I'd say it's just begun. Hey look, Gex.
But you need to know more. You need to see video. You need to see interviews, which means you need to go to extendedplay.com.
You need to shut your fucking mouth.
On Extended Play, it's a big year for Nintendo. We'll see what's coming to the GameCube. Plus, batten down your hard drives. There's a load of new
And
PC.
what did Nintendo even put out? Nintendo at this time was putting out Advance Wars, Animal Crossing, Eternal Darkness, F-Zero Maximum Velocity, Golden Sun, Luigi's Mansion, Mario Kart Super Circuit, Metroid Prime, Pikmin, Courtside, some game called Raven Blade. Yeah, Peakman, Star Fox Adventures, Wario Land 4. That, like, this is all just Nintendo stuff.
It was here that the throngs of attendees got their first long look at what the Big N had up its sleeve. And this year, Nintendo...
You remember the line at E306 to play the Wii? It was like 7 hours long or something.
Was the Game Boy Advance.
I don't remember.
With its June
I never
11th
was
release date
around that.
right around the corner, people lined up to see what kinds of games they would be playing.
In fact, I never bought. What's really funny is that I got a Wii when I wanted the Xbox, but my sister was crying to get the Wii. And I ended up the one playing the Wii the most, and she didn't play jack shit.
Oh, I forgot that they put Banjo-Kazooie on the Game Boy Advance.
So, despite getting not getting the Xbox 360 first, I did play Metroid Prime 3. So I was happy.
A system that by most accounts is not as technically powerful as the Xbox. But throughout the show, Nintendo maintained that it's not about power, it's about gameplay.
When it comes to gameplay, the GameCube is the best machine in terms of the balance.
He looks so young here, and then I've seen him in recent years, and he looks like he aged 30 years.
Having said that, however, we're not just going to concentrate on
I wonder if he's thinking about Chris Pratt here.
You think anybody's thinking about Chris Pratt here?
Yeah, Chris Pratt is not even.
Very important aspect of gameplay.
Was he making stuff around this time?
In 2001?
Lining up to play.
No idea.
Did much to bring a sense of pure fun back into video
I don't
games.
think so. I
fact,
think Chris
the
Pratt
entire booth
broke
took
up
on
in
a
The
joyous
Office.
party-like atmosphere,
And he was in The
as if
Office,
people
and that
were
was like
relieved that Nintendo hadn't
2008
lost their
or so.
touch.
I'm very glad
Let's see,
people
what
are
he did.
excited. We are working very hard to introduce more and more unique and surprising games.
And it
Dude,
was the
wasn't a
games,
TV
not the
series.
system, that generated the most excitement. Everything on the floor for GameCube was playable and quite polished. Among the titles shown were Luigi's Mansion, a surprisingly fun title that has Mario's taller, greener brother playing Ghostbuster with a flashlight.
Green Mario. Mario's taller, greener Mario.
Mixes strategy and puzzle elements in an easy-to-play package.
It's so easy to play that I didn't understand it.
And to be honest, it seemed a little odd to see Fox without his ship.
Oh, you think?
Version of Wave Racing
You want to know the reason why?
Absolutely stunning. And then there was Cameo, Elements of Power, a game that bears more than a passing resemblance to Shiny's PC hit Sacrifice. Look for this one. Turns
I remember last year, it was that extended play or Electric Playground episode that they said that Cameo Elements of Power was a crossover between Zelda and Pokemon. And I was like, what the fuck are you talking about?
And the can't wait for it to get here.
I still have yet to play it. Oh.
To say that Nintendo wowed E3 attendees would be an understatement. What happens come November is anyone's guess, but at this point, it's clear that Nintendo's got game.
Now, obviously,
Nintendo got games.
That's the Nintendo difference.
Last year, Return to Castle Wolfenstein
It is-
drawing
oh, it is
huge
Wolfenstein.
crowds when it made its debut. And this year, people are still piling up to look at it. But as far as the PC arena goes, there hasn't really been a big, huge surprise or shocker. However, with improvements in technology like the GeForce 3, you still don't want to underestimate the PC.
I think Voodoo graphics cards were still being powerful at this time.
Brought us some of the most innovative games to date. But lately, it's been
Yeah, the
overshadowed
PC
by the
version of
hype
Harry
surrounding
Potter
this
was
year's
actually
new
the
slew
best
of
version.
consoles and games. And thus the question arises,
It's funny. Adam and I were talking about the PS1 version of Harry Potter. Elijah Wood.
I forgot he's a fucking stinky gamer, bro.
If you haven't gotten the message yet,
You know what?
Everywhere, dude.
You know what? There's a video on YouTube of Elijah Wood hosting the Xbox 360 like launch reveal party. It was for MTV, but he was the host of this Xbox 360 party. I should link that to you sometime.
Wrestlers, soldiers, the Middle Ages, revamped board games, and trains.
And trades.
Yeah, Train Simulator. That shit is big. That shit sells so much.
It's only $29.99 and it's out right now, so buy the game. You're gonna have a great time.
And
Even to
Infograms
this day,
preview beta of
Train
Survivor.
Survivor.
The latest television trend with its 2 newest stars.
Expect the worst and be prepared for the worst, because it will live up to
World War II themed first-person shooters have become popular this year with such highly sought-after titles
Medal
as
of Honor.
Activision's Return to Castle Wolfenstein.
Return to Castle Wolfenstein. I think that was on Xbox though.
Real quick. There it is.
And our hat also goes off to Cornered Rat's World War II Online Blitzkrieg, which hopes to recreate the entire
When did Call of
Second
Duty
World
started
War
become
in
like
every
somewhat
theater of
popular?
operation.
It was Call of
it's-
Duty 2, but what
Up to 10,000 people in the same
COD 2, 2005.
Not to be outdone in
COD 2 was a
massive
launch title for the 360.
Variant Interactive comes out of
Was
the gates
it?
of swing
Yeah, it
on the
was.
Planet side, a
Damn.
surefire hit with shooter fans.
Man, I gotta tell Bone Miser about
And
this.
Blizzard Entertainment gets huge props for its Diablo 2 expansion pack.
Diablo 2.
Surprised no Medal of Honor.
Another one that looks to be a hit with kids.
Medal of Honor got a couple sequels on GameCube or.
People go to war? Oh,
Well, they started getting those in 02. Because what was the first Medal of Honor on GameCube? It was like Allied Assault, European
For you,
Assault.
be sure to check out
The first
Craig's
Medal of
new
Honor is
real-time
fucking,
strategy
you know,
game, Freedom Force,
such a
which
good
lets you
game.
create your very own 60s
No, it's not
style
Allied
superhero,
Assault.
fight supervillains, and thrash a city.
Allied Assault was on PS2. Frontline.
What's
Frontline was
really interesting about like the first Medal of Honor, if you got like the DualShock controller, instead of playing like a GoldenEye, it actually plays like a normal first-person shooter,
With a ton of new titles on the way,
which is super
and
cool.
Microsoft's Xbox revs up
You
the
aim with the left trigger. It still aims like GoldenEye, but you know you shoot with the right trigger.
Your turn to
So
tech
it's
team
pretty like
extended
wild to
Don't
think
reach
about.
up and touch
Like
that
it plays
dial,
like a normal
because I will
first-person
rip
shooter.
your arm off and beat you to death with a bloody stub.
What was that guy threatening us for?
Dude, that dude's gonna kill me, kill my wife, and kill my future children.
Now last year's E3, Sony got to be
Oh, please. You and Bone Miser have got years before you figure that out.
Yeah, well, so they don't have a big console coming out this year. That doesn't mean they're not making a strong showing on the game side.
18-wheeler.
18-wheeler, bro. I played that so much.
One word to sum up the PS2 software
That game was so
presence
fucking
in
hard.
it would be variety. PlayStation 2
Variety, huh?
Image is the system for all gamers as developers came to the expo with
The
titles
PS2 honestly did have something for everybody. As much as I rip and dislike on the PS2, there are still a couple fan favorites on the system that I'll play over GameCube and Xbox.
Jaburo and Xeonic Front. EA's
Not mech games though.
I'm kind of mad that there's literally right now no fucking Gundam game that plays like what is it
In
called?
terms of adventure games, you definitely want to keep an eye out for Maximum. This hack and slasher pays homage to the Ghosts and Goblins franchise.
How have I never heard of Maximo before this year?
Soul Reaver 2 of the Legacy
Soul Reaver 2.
both look solid, and so did Devil May Cry.
Armor Core.
Devil May Cry again. You can kind of tell we're getting into a lot of repeat stuff.
Yeah, but fucking finally they're talking about. I didn't know fucking Soul Reaver was being in this E3.
I played the first Soul Reaver on Dreamcast.
Fucking love that game.
When it came to driving games, it was all about the
I was playing Blood Omen,
While Gran Turismo 3
and I'm
could
like
hardly
in
be
the end of the
ignored,
game.
many eyes also turned to Spy
I might
Hunter,
just
a very
restart the whole
exciting
game, but I
update
want to
to
play
classic
the.
Midway game
Oh, there's a
I
Spy
wanna play
Hunter.
the PC version. I don't want to deal with the loading screens anymore.
Like that
Sony America is
Fusion.
still contemplating a US release, but judging by this footage, we can't help but feel optimistic about seeing it here. For all you sports fans out there, well, take your pick. You can look forward to the next slew of ESPN titles or get a head start on next year's Winter Games.
titles.
If your motto is extreme or nothing, the X Games of 2001 will be your one-way ticket to the
I'd rather play
You can take to the ramps and Matt Hoffman's
was it like 2 or 3 extreme on
or
PS1.
Something more off the wall with the
What?
cel-shaded JUNII Kabalistja featuring
Wow.
Wait, what?
What the fuck?
JUNII Kabalista.
I've never seen that game before.
Wait, what?
with NBA stars doing it street ball style.
JUNII Kabalista? Hold on, let me.
Did that game released?
Sony clearly
It did.
Looked like just a radio.
And it got review bombed.
games, not specs,
Oh,
that count
no.
in game system success. Sony has positioned itself for
Here, I put the link in it.
console war continues.
Stream sports skating game. It was packed with a fingerboard. The fingerboard was placed on top of the analog sticks. So you controlled it with a tech deck?
Oh,
Ghosts and
maybe
Goblins.
that's why.
The new kid on the block here at E3 is Microsoft with the Xbox. We've seen some stuff in the past, but their presence here on the show floor gives
Oh my
us a
god,
good
talk
sense of
about
what's
Halo
coming.
and nothing else. I still have to get Mad Dash Racing.
Microsoft, a company with little experience in console gaming, will start selling the Xbox for $299. 3 days
Yeah, within a year, the Xbox was already slashed by $100.
game and console gaming will release
By 2002 or 2003, all these consoles were $199.
David versus Goliath. This is the clash of the Titans.
Apparently seems to be like a really
Microsoft
frustrating
strove to
game.
prove that the Xbox
Giant
is a
Calva
console.
Lista game.
Games like the lighthearted Mad Dash and the visually stunning Dead or Alive 3 are unlikely to ever show up on the PC.
I love that they thought Dead or Alive 3 looked amazing back then, as it still does now.
Titles available at launch, Xbox still needs to produce that one game, that system seller, that will bring the droves into their local stores.
Oh gee golly, I wonder what it could be.
Maybe that's maybe that's the #1 box mover. I don't know.
Originally, Halo was thought to be the standout launch title. On the show floor, the unfinished game looked like a technically strong shooter, but seemed to fall short of its original promise of revolutionary gameplay.
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna do much for the console market. What do you say?
Much as Odyssey
I don't think it will ever have a sequel.
You think it's gonna get at least 3 games?
To slap down cash for
Never
the
do.
Xbox. So the real question is, come November, what are gamers gonna buy?
Bungie more
I
like
can imagine a 2-console family that you have a family-oriented gaming system, maybe a GameCube in the living room.
More like
where,
Bungie
the content
core
there is
down
more
the
family-oriented
bridge,
and
bro.
more group-oriented, and then the older brother might have, an Xbox up in his room. Where
The
he can
older
spend more
brother
time,
had. I
playing
mean, my
games
older
like
brother
Halo,
did have a
where,
360.
family might not want to have that downstairs on the TV set for the 6-year-olds.
I'd probably buy.
That's probably that's probably the reason why we got a GameCube in 2001 instead of a PS2 or Xbox.
Dude, poor Bungie. They've always been in crunch time with all the Halo games.
And Sony
Halo 1 was a nightmare to develop. Halo 2 was a nightmare to develop. Halo 3 was a nightmare to develop.
And yet they
I feel
ended
like
up
the
being
only
the
game
best
that they had like
dream
some
about it.
chill
They have
time was
posters on
Reach.
their wall and think about it. It's
Yeah,
not
because by
like
Reach, they already finished the fight. They already wrapped up the story. They were like, yeah, what else more are we gonna add to this? They were kind of ready to pass over the torch.
look at our awareness of Xbox.
Unfortunately,
At least they end with a fucking bang.
yeah, unfortunately, who they passed it over to has kind of been ripping and tearing the series apart limb by limb. Now Halo is just a former shell of itself.
Coming up on Extended Play, Sega's gone cross-platform. We'll check out their lineup for next-gen systems. Plus, so many games, so little time. We'll show you the best of E3.
This is nuts. I can't believe I found this much footage just for 2001 alone.
Dave and Mike from Yuba City, California, and we love watching Tech TV.
And the amount of stuff I have for 2002 as well. Who am I gonna get to do this over the next 2 days, though?
Hi, I'm Kelly Slater, and you are watching Extended Play.
Welcome back to
What are you
Extended
doing tomorrow?
Play from E3 in Los Angeles.
Now, at the beginning of this
I
year,
gotta
when
be busy.
Sega announced they would no longer be supporting the Dreamcast, probably by the
Alright.
beginning of 2002, there were some very upset Sega fans.
You bet, but you know what? They had nothing to be bummed about because Sega is going to keep doing what Sega does best, software. Last year, Sega
Do they really do software best?
Dreamcast had a huge presence at E3.
I know.
This year, Sega was tucked away in a corner, hoping to downplay its Dreamcast debacle and concentrate on what's to come. Sega's new strategy is to work as a third-party developer and concentrate on games.
Oh God, what game was that? The first person. It was
Sega will be releasing at least
God, what game was that? Out Trigger.
Sonic Adventure, Shenmue, and Crazy Foxy. Sega has also announced partnerships with their once arch rivals Sony and Nintendo, as well as console newcomer Microsoft.
Monkey Ball.
Will get 10 titles, including Super Monkey Ball and Virtua Striker 3 version 2002. They'll also be porting the virtual world of Phantasy Star Online to Nintendo's new console.
Nay, are you excited for that by next week?
Crazy Taxi next.
Yeah, Toe Jam and Earl 3 was in development on Dreamcast and switched to Xbox.
4 and Space Channel 5 have gone to the PlayStation 2. Hugely popular sports titles NFL 2K2 and NBA 2K2 will be available for both the PS2 and the Xbox.
NFL 2K5 still the GOAT football game.
Online expertise. Though Sega has dropped out of
Samba de Amigo. Oh God, I completely forgot about that game.
With Sony, Microsoft, and Nintendo trying to prove their
Loigan Brothers.
Each will be trying to win over Sega's loyal
Shenmue again. Never even got around to playing Space Channel 5. Wait, Yu Suzuki was here?
Now, speaking of completion, most of the games we see at E3 aren't done, so we really don't know which are going to be the best when they're released, but we do know which ones we're most excited about.
Of the hundreds of games showcased at E3 every year, there are always a few
Oh,
that stand
early
out
Mario
from the
Kart.
crowd. So instead of trying to figure out what were the best titles this year, we settle on those games that make you go, Over at the Nintendo booth, the clear choice was Pikmin, an engaging title.
Again, why? I know I'm being totally judgy about this, but it's like, of all the best GameCube games that were shown off, Pikmin. It's Pikmin. It's Rogue Squadron. Why not Melee? Why not Luigi's Mansion?
It's still the one that'll make you stop and stare. It was quite playable on the show floor, and let's face it, we're anxious to
I don't get
and play around.
I don't get their judging of this.
Beautiful titles at the show, but the one that made everyone stop and stare was Silent Hill 2.
What else? Sure, let's talk about Silent Hill for another minute.
Creepy and disturbing. And expect
I
some
mean,
good
Junie,
voice
you could
acting
probably
this
talk
time.
about Silent Hill all week long,
You
can't
hear
you?
that? Yo, come back.
Hold on.
I want to hear. I want to
The one
hear
that
this.
made everyone stop and stare was Silent Hill 2. The game is creepy and disturbing, and expect some good voice acting this time around.
Expect some good voice acting this time around.
Unreal.
See?
Finally,
At the
Easy
time
Games
before
need no work.
everybody knew
There's some
that
real
voice acting
innovation
was
here.
good.
That's a little salty.
Take your eyes off Sigma. It's a real-time strategy
What the
game
hell
without
is Sigma? What is going on? Okay, there. We gotta wrap this up.
So finally, we can see just how dangerous a land shark really is.
Oh, now we have that, what's the new game that we have? Maneater or something?
Oh, Shark Eater. Maneater,
Don't worry,
yeah.
we've got a full
Maneater.
article for you at extendedplay.com.
And while you're there, read all of our in-depth previews
Okay,
of the
get these two out of my
games here on the
sight.
show.
Or if you want to get the full scoop on what Adam and I thought, join us in our chat Friday night
Oh,
at 6
I don't
p.m.
care what you think. Nobody cares what you think, Adam. You're a has-been. We're canceling you on Twitter.
We will definitely keep you posted. So that's about it for this special E3 edition of Extended Play. So for the
Man,
moment,
society, they took back millions of years from not improving on the smell of vision.
Okay. Just look at a couple photos. I promise that's the last of the E3 2001 stuff. I think we've looked at plenty of that for tonight.
Yep. I could do for next week for 2002.
I mean, yeah, I should be open next week if you want to. We don't have to do this all in one weekend. If I can.
No. I don't want to do it on one weekend. I'm gonna fucking burn out.
Yeah, I don't want to burn you. I understand you're getting tired. In fact, we could probably wrap it up here.
Yeah. Like, we can do each year for a week.
No, well, the plan was
No, for each week, like one. Well, depending. How
Well, the plan was I was gonna do 2000. I was supposed to do this like 6 months ago, honestly. So I'm well overdue for this. So I kind of want to take it 20-year intervals at a time. So I'm definitely gonna have to up my game for 2003 though, because I kind of took a look at to see if there was anything for 2003, and there was not nearly as much stuff in 2003 as there was for 2002.
This is awesome, though. 2001 was an okay year.
I mean, with all this stuff coming out, like we had new consoles, Sega was wrapping stuff up, we had all this stuff. I legit did not think Silent Hill 2 would get this much coverage.
Oh, it did,
I mean, we
bro.
saw new games that I'd never heard of. That Yanya Kabbalista or whatever.
Yeah, Fat Mario. Hey, it's me, Mario. Love fan of Mario when all the way back to the arcade version when I stomp on Koopas. They didn't show anything about Sonic Adventure 2, bro.
Yeah, they honestly really didn't. Or much of Halo.
Much of Halo, nothing from Sonic Adventure 2.
I bet I can find more
Shenmue.
for
Even
it.
Shenmue.
Yeah, there's tons more pictures of that of this skate park here. If you want to look at more pictures, there's more in that giant bomb thing I showed you guys. Like scroll all the way down and there's just pictures of this place all over. There's street.
Yo, I should like Photoshop that image of Shadow there. Instead of saying on leech, it says nice dick.
All right. Oh, I know.
It's Final Fantasy music.
Is it? Yeah, it sounds like it. So. Okay. I think this is just a floor plan of stuff. Sorry you came in late, Nay. I will get the VOD of this compiled and upload it on YouTube. Hopefully before the end of the month. Just woke up. That's fine. I know.
It's okay, bro.
I know you guys have weird sleep schedules, and I'm probably baking JUNII right now. Or JUNII.
Well, I'm not sleeping.
Oh no, not that movie! Not that movie! No.
Kingdom Hearts.
Final Fantasy Spirits Within. I have that on VHS, and I dare have to watch it at some point.
No escape. Look at that fucking wonky,
Funcom.
goofy ass fucking characters. Goofy
Yeah, I didn't want to mention that this was in May 2001, so when we look at E3 2002, it'll probably be like 8 months after 9/11.
Oh my god.
Yeah, a sign of the times.
Oh god, you just hit me.
Sign of the times, bud. Look at that date. Look at that date and realize where you are.
Oh my god, you just hit me with a fucking like
Okay,
Mega MS like.
We'll save this for next time. We'll save this for next time because I think we're both tired, and this is the start of the 2002 stuff, so we'll save that for next time. JUNII, do you have any parting words? Well, first of all, I want to say thank you so much. I'm sorry for badgering you for months about this. I realize you probably have better things to do, but thank you so much for being on for this.
It's okay. I like the idea of like going through E3 stuff, you know? Cause like honestly, like my number one expertise is literally gaming.
Yeah.
So going through all this shit and just like having a retrospective about it is fucking great, you know? I love it. So I'll be happy to see more, you know? It's just gotta do another time, you know?
Yeah, it's gonna be.
If we go through this one after another, we're just gonna get burned out, both of us.
Yeah. So
especially with sometimes like we had to deal with boring shit being shown.
Yeah, we didn't really have that many downfall. Like that's what I was worrying about so much, is that we'd have a couple downtimes, and that didn't really come until the end where we were just kind of staring and watching. So I'm glad that we had our moments. So we'll rest up a bit. We'll try and get back. I was honestly gonna do day 2 tomorrow, but if you want to rest up are you open next Saturday then?
Yeah, we can do next Saturday.
Okay.
It's just tomorrow I'm planning on taking my mom out to do stuff, and then I'm trying to probably go back to either Resident Evil Village or I got a fun stream for Sonic Frontiers.
Yeah, you're gonna play
in a bit.
Yeah, so
I'm gonna be releasing a video in any minute. I just gotta re-edit it.
So,
Re-edit something.
Nay, Kyle, Adam, everybody, if you want to follow my bud JuniiHejjiko right here, go ahead. I just put the link in. Junie, are you following me on Twitch? Hold on.
No. I got to.
That would be generous. Thank you.
I got to. It's just I forget, dude.
It's fine. It's fine. Thank you so much. All right, I will let you guys know when we do this again. But in the meantime, hang out on my Discord. Do I have my Discord up too? We are gonna go raid my newly found friend Daisy. She's doing, honest to God, I have no idea what. So thank you so much for this, guys, and hopefully we'll be back next week for E3 2002. All right, take care. Good night.
Night, dude. See you later. Thank you for inviting me.
Nintendo GameCube.